It's been asked. I finally said, let's do it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my podcast. I don't have a name for it yet. Give me some time. In the meantime, I have myself, my co-host. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is AuroraDeity. Some of you know me as Ari.
We're pretty good pals.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been asked quite a few times about this. Like, do I ever want to do this? And I always wanted to do it. So I figured it's better to do it now and never than never. So, and we're very good buddies. We're very good friends. So if there's anybody I can yap about with anything, it's most certainly you. And I don't mind that one bit.
We've done it a couple of times through your stream and once or twice on my stream too.
And they were never intentional. It just happened. But now it's intentional. So I don't really have a too big of a structure just yet. I'm still kind of working the kinks, but we're just going to keep it simple here. Just going to ask, how's life been so far for the past month?
Boy, howdy. What a month. The one thing I'll talk about was the move. Left Texas, and now we're in good old Knoxville, Tennessee. Honestly, the place is like so much better. It's so quiet here. Like, I've heard maybe my neighbors make noise like 2 or 3 times in like the 6-ish weeks I've been here.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I nearly forgot about the move because there's actually something we're going to mention later on what we're going to do, but the move was part of the reason why I couldn't do it. And then like other things came up as well. So it's like, yeah, it was hectic for you there. It was also a bit weird for me because normally speaking, work would be like incredibly busy, and it still kind of was, but it wasn't like the busy that we were expecting. So it was like a very ominous weirdness to it, where it's like, I feel like I should be doing more, but I gotta keep myself busy somehow. So I'm glad you were busy.
Yeah. Honestly, the move itself was kind of sloppy too. Because like, at first you're like, okay, we're just gonna get an apartment. And then the apartment that we're at now took the longest time to communicate the basic information. So we ended up spending over a month hotel hopping and going to my good friend LunarWolfMatthew's apartment, while also dragging along a cat who will let out the most pain, like blood-curdling cries for help when they're in a car.
I can only imagine that, considering like hotel hopping, going to people's houses. Yeah, it's a lot of car rides. So yeah, I remember you were telling me that was not a good time, but I mean, I'm glad you're over that.
We spent like at least like $1,000 or $2,000 just on hotel fare and food alone. Like, shout out to Matthew for like cushioning that blow, because he didn't have to, but yeah, he would let me stream from his office, which is wild. It's so funny having 2 streamers stream in the same room. It also got funnier where his community go, "Why do I hear Ari in your microphone?" I'm like, gee, I wonder.
I wonder why. I cannot imagine just how, like, not even like the money in itself is already rough, but it's just the fact that you don't have a place for yourself. You're just kind of just hopping between rooms and rooms, constantly moving, constantly in a state of like, I just want to go home. That's fucking rough. So I'm really glad that you actually are settled finally.
Yeah. Like, normally we would have like waited till we had a place, but can I talk about that actually?
Yeah, go right. Yeah, that's completely up to you. To me, it's like, it's not my business, but if you want to talk about it, I don't mind.
Okay, I'll be very low key about it. So, me and Lizzie, aka Ango Manga, over on Twitter, we were living with her mom, who was already kind of difficult to live with. But then she moved someone in because she didn't really understand how much it actually cost to pay for a house. And her and them had something in common. They are both recovering alcoholics. And they didn't like me. Long story short. So they made it so we had to clear it out, or else the fear of God would probably be in me. So, and at the time, I got really lucky with some money because of my mother, who well, let's just say there's a reason why my mother left me with $7,000. So we had $7,000. So we just packed everything up, and on that same day, we just drove out. And then on the way, we stopped in Arkansas to spend the night with our future roommate, and then we moved over there. And then we're like, okay, we got a hotel for this, and then we found an apartment. And then stuff kept getting delayed more and more and more. And before we knew it, 6 weeks had passed because they were not really good at communicating with stuff. Granted, the apartment was nice, but yeah, even the reviews were like, yeah, they suck at communicating. They took forever to get to us. And then when we got here, the place was decent, but they still haven't fixed some stuff that needed fixing. Like for one thing, the AC just wasn't displaying at all. So, and it wouldn't automatically kick on. We found out it was because of the battery, which that was kind of funny. We went a month with no battery. And then there's the garbage disposal switch. Now, you might think, what's wrong with the garbage disposal switch? It's missing a key component to work. A garbage disposal.
That's kind of boring.
And then there's and then floorboards. But other than that, pretty good, but it's just real funny.
I feel like at least with that one, they could have done it after you moved in, because it's like, how often do you use it?
Oh, the garbage disposal?
Yeah.
Can't use what we don't have.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. It's like, I felt like they delayed you in that aspect for nothing, when it's like, you still don't even have it, so. Yeah. It seemed like it could have been a lot sooner.
We don't really use it too much, because me and Lizzie pretty much finish our food, even though Lizzie overcooks. Not like overcooking is like she overcooks the food. It's like she makes more than we need.
And then, it's either leftovers and stuff.
Yeah, but we usually finish our food, so we don't really feel the need for a disposal.
You know, I always wondered. This might be a stupid topic, but it's like, I don't ever see myself using it, because I'm the same way. I eat all my food and then just call it a day. I think the one time we did have a garbage disposal, I ended up at some point breaking, so it just became a second sink.
Oh, last time I had one, I jump scared my cat.
Oh no!
Because Nix, who's right here in my lap, actually, she was hopping around the sink, playing around, and I was like, what happens if I do this? And she just jumped and fell off the counter.
Yeah, it's it is. I'm pretty sure they're pretty loud too, so I can definitely see that. Man, I never saw a massive use for those, so it's whatever, man.
I guess it's
I'll live without it.
I think it's more for if you have leftovers, but you don't have enough leftovers to warm stuffing them in the fridge. We're talking your leftover pieces of chicken you just can't finish, or the few shreds of rice.
Yeah, I might have to ask someone younger, because because we're not that young ourselves anymore, so it's I don't know, I never really saw the need for one. It's just whatever. But either or, hey, at least you have one in a newly place that you can call home, and don't gotta deal with the chaos of moving. Because I remember you were telling me part of the move was was not pretty. It was. I would never wish that upon an enemy. Maybe. Depends on who they are.
Yeah, I'm glad. I did buy a bunch of new stuff too. So I have a proper stream room now. I have a big L-shaped desk, which has the one tiny thing on it that just is a game changer. Has a little outlet and USB ports on it, and
so now you understand. That's why I got two.
Yeah,
it's great.
It has lights too, but I haven't put the lights on yet because I thought they were just made in. No, it's just like little LED light strips that you would buy over at like Walmart or wherever. You just tape it on.
You just tape it on. Boom, you have LEDs. Sure, I guess. No, they're fantastic.
And then there was the soundproofing I got, which there's a funny story with that one. Oops, because I must have been drunk when I bought these. Because you're like, okay, you just got one was 12, right? And I got 3 orders. Oops.
Oh, do you do like that one lady during COVID where she bought like a thing of toilet paper, but she ended up getting like an entire cargo of toilet paper?
So I was meant to cancel one order because I was like, okay, shit. But then all 3 came in, and I'm like, uh-oh. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna have like one set on one wall, one set on another wall, and then the other is gonna go to the roommate because they also stream.
Oh, okay.
So like, if anything, it kind of just adds to like more sound filtering, so I can scream in the middle of the night and not wake anybody.
That is fantastic. I'm gonna have to censor that though, because YouTube does not like that word apparently.
Oh right, I'm sorry. I'm so.
Oh, listen, this is edited. I can bleep things out. It really doesn't matter. That's the beauty of editing, baby. But yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Sound over me. Okay, so we did test it. Lizzie hears me a little bit. So before we got this, she'd be able to hear like that, the click of my keyboard. Now she says she does it, and when I scream, it sounds more like. So
oh, I mean that sounds pretty good. I feel like if I soundproof my room, I'm gonna miss the trademark dark barking. So I'm like, I could, but it's like
you kind of need to keep your ears out for that, don't you?
No, that's true as well. So it's like I at this point, before when I first started streaming, I would get pretty upset like whenever my dogs bark, because he would bark for anything. You walk by him, he barks. You look at him funny, he barks. And it's not like he's barking because he hates you or anything. He's a very affectionate dog, but it's just he just literally barks at anything that moves. If he feels that the neighborhood dog is like across the fence or whatever, he's gonna bark. So at this point, it's kind of just another character in my streams. Just whenever it barks up, there he goes again, doing the same shit, barking at nothing probably. And so yeah, I thought about getting soundproof. I was like, nah, I don't need it. Might as well just make jokes about it.
Well, the other caveat is it was also just another source of LGB lights or RGB lights.
Wait, do they have LG? That's crazy.
Yeah. I think I sent you a photo of it on Amazon. It was like the same one that Lizzie found on Amazon. We just finally got around to ordering it. And it just had like little beads of like color changing lights.
I never thought to put RGB lights on soundproofing foam. It's pretty neat.
I guess really you could put lights on anything, honestly. I'm waiting for the day we get LGB tennis shoes. You
can probably do that yourself right now if you wanted to.
I could just make myself a little bit.
You have to like fit a battery somewhere and just do that, and damn, what a gamer.
Just tuck it in with the shoe tongue.
Whatever's work appropriate. Don't worry, boss. I'm just a gamer, you know. It's like, take those shits off. Like, get back to work. Yeah, that was like so I've been pretty busy at work because not to like truly give away what I do and where I work, but to basically TLDR, I work in a financial institute for auto loans. That's as best as I can keep it without revealing anything. And also, not to get extremely political, but let's just say things have been going around. It's been happening in the States, and it's been affecting our business quite a bit.
Oh, is it the funny T word?
Oh, it's that and more. But yeah, like the tariffs and just the policies has been going around in general. It's like it's been affecting a lot of our clientele and whatnot, because it's like people don't have money to buy cars, so we're not gonna do that. You know, eggs cost like $50 a pop, so it's like, oh, I don't know if I need a car that bad, but oh shit. So yeah, like our tax season, while it was busy, I'm not gonna say like we sat there and did nothing. It definitely was not the thing we expected. So it really, even my boss was like, damn, this shit sucks. And verbatim, he didn't actually say that. So like we've been just finding ways, like obviously we're a business. We're gonna do everything we can to like get business. But it is like, it kind of just hits hard too. It's like, because last year was not like that at all. I remember last year I was like working 8 to 10 hour shifts like every day, practically. Saturdays too. And it's like, it was much different. I still worked a lot, but it's like, it wasn't like the same. It was still like, it was still tense, but not because we had like an extremely large volume of work, but it's because we're not getting that volume of work that we did, like we were expecting. So that's a bit of a scary thing. Well, I mean, I'm still have a job, thankfully, so I can't complain much about that. But yeah, like I kind of just realized, like, you know, maybe that's probably, and if there's ever an off time, I think that's like the time I can just do things, like not just sit there and try to find things to do, or like ask for like some projects I can do here and there that can be done. It's like, maybe I can work on like a script or something, you know? So, because I'm not gonna sit here and say streaming is the second job, but I like it to be honest. It'd be nice. One relaxing job and the other more corporate tense job. And
I have an opinion on that take, actually.
What's that?
I think no matter how big your success is, streaming is always going to be a job in technicality, because even if you're not making a lot, you're still making some off of streaming.
That is true. I can draw a butt on the screen, and that makes me something. Not many people can say that, and also have a full-time job. So I'll take what I can get. That's funny too, because I remember a while ago, a very funny political streamer over at Twitch once said that streaming is harder than your regular 9 to 5, and it's like, really? Yeah,
I can see
like construction is harder. Is no, because I heard that too. It's like, it is very, especially if you stream like over 4 hours a day. Let's just say 8 to 10 hours a day. I can definitely see it's very mentally taxing and whatnot. So mentally speaking, I wouldn't say it's harder, but it's just as hard. I wouldn't say it's harder though, because at least in streaming, you do have a boss, but not really. But you are your own boss as well. It's like, you determine the hours, you determine the sick days, you determine your audience. Basically, you don't really get like, you don't have to, at least for retail, you don't have to listen to a customer in essence. And like, if they yell at you, you can yell back. You can't do that in a retail job. You do that in a retail job, you're getting fired, or something's gonna happen to you. But I definitely do see it as like it's not easy, especially when you get into it, but I think it's much more relaxing to do versus like an actual job, which is why I like to do both, or I just try to.
It also depends on like who you are and what you do in said content.
That's true.
Because let's be honest, some streamers are a little crazy.
That's why I can never be a political streamer. I couldn't do it. That's just a lot of things I have to learn, a lot of things I have to kind of go over.
Deduction for being that though.
Oh man.
Never mind when that happened.
That was a thing that happened. That's the other thing too. It's like, at least in your retail, corporate, whatever job you have, they can't just be like, oh, we're just gonna cut your hours, and like we're just gonna cut your pay. Like they'll cut your hours, but they'll never cut your pay. They can be like, oh, we're just gonna not send you any ads, so have fun with that one, you know. And that's where all the money's at, like ads or sponsorships or anything like that. So it's like there's no HR to call, basically. You're kind of screwed. If that happens, you're like, well, I gotta do something. So it's definitely like either way, whatever route you go to is gonna be stressful, but it's like a different kind of stress. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. There's also like another aspect of like, which I kind of soft talked about it before we started, but the reasons you bring people to see you, because this day and age, you need to give everyone a reason to see you. I feel like it's not 100% of the thing, but it does help. So like, it could be your personality, it could be your content, it could if you're me, it could be a 3D freight with big fat titties.
I could just say fuck sometimes and scream at a game, and you know, that could be a thing. But yeah, there's always like you always gotta find like a thing to do. Trend hopping only does so much for you. At some point, you gotta like find that thing you want to do, which is what I'm trying to do. Mostly because like I try not to tie myself down too hard for anything, because if you tie down yourself to like certain things, it's like, well, is it flourishing or is it diminishing? And if it's diminishing and that's like what you're known for, it's like you better be working hard as hell to get to be getting up there. That's the way I see it. Kind of hits home too.
I've tried doing gimmick streams, but that kind of like hyper accelerates burnout a little bit.
That's like my biggest fear, is like one day I'm gonna be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to just stop and just move on my merry day. But just I guess that's kind of why I just do things, whatever I want to do. I don't like say I'm gonna be a Mega Man streamer, or I'm gonna be an Apex streamer, or things like that. Is because I feel like if I keep doing the same thing over and over again, I'm gonna hate it, and I'm just gonna be like, I no longer want to do this anymore. At least if you do other things.
So I laugh at people who have like things like OW in their name. Like I could never imagine just I could never imagine tying yourself down to like one game forever. That's no.
OW, like, what does that mean?
You know, the good old thing. You know, the people who did that because they just love Overwatch.
And look what they're doing. Anything but. But I kind of, I do, at least, it's not a terrible thing to like just get started with something and then just kind of branch out to doing your own thing. Actually, I don't think they can get their name changed. I think they're literally just stuck with that. They're just branded as OW, whatever their name is.
Incorrect. You can change your name every so often.
Oh, there you go.
So, like, if I want to, like, so, just be told, AuroraDeity is the second name on this account.
Yeah.
I started off as, like, Silver or something. No. Actually, no, I've changed it 3 times. Before this, I was Jinxie. Before this, I was Silver or something I forgot. So, you can do it so often, just not all the time. But the cooldown is short enough to where you can do it in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, it's not like we're changing our names like very frequently.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. Well, at least life's been doing good, all things considering.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that funny thing called a Nintendo Switch 2?
Yes. That was the other reason. Yeah, that kind of ties into the tariffs thing a little bit, because people thought the price would get increased because of that. That became untrue.
It did.
So,
funnily enough. Well, actually, I should probably ask like the grand question. Did you happen to get one?
I got one 30 minutes after the pre-order started. Mine's going to get delivered by Walmart in about less than 2 weeks.
Well, aren't you lucky?
I set an alarm for that shit. I set an alarm for 11:30, my brother.
So I did get mine, but it took me. I fought for mine. Holy shit!
You know what's really funny about that?
What's that?
Walmart's still gonna be overstocked.
They suddenly overstocked?
Yeah, like
that's interesting.
One of my other Sonic buddies, they quote retweeted, and I saw that Walmart's gonna be well overstocked for it. I was like, man, that's funny because me and the Sonic guys, oh god, we fought tooth and nail. Hell, my buddy Matthew, he's getting 2, and he had to like work that shit out.
All right, so let me go back a little bit before we get to the chaotic day as the pre-orders. Switch 2 was revealed, and it was mixed. It was mostly positive, but there was a lot of nitpicking, a lot of like, why am I getting this? I'm just going to get a Steam Deck type thing, right? And to be perfectly honest with you, I like it, but it's like, it didn't like super wow me, I guess I should say. The games themselves, though, that's where I was like, oh. And that's Nintendo in a nutshell, right? Like, hardware, it's hit or miss. You're gonna like aspects of it, but at least I'll give them credit where credit's due. At least they're trying some crazy shit and find some way to work it. Drift didn't exist, by the way, but games that will always be stellar. Like, they're always gonna have good games. You know. And that's basically their forte. And then the tariffs were announced. Now, the prices were announced, and it was $450 or $500 for the bundle with Mario Kart. We'll get to the prices later, don't worry. And that was announced. Games were $80, or no, sorry. Mario Kart was specifically $80. All other games were like, at least Donkey Kong was like $70. So it seems like the new price point is like $70, maybe $80, and then whatever type game it is, it varies. And then you have also the other thing of like, hey, some games will have a like the game will be in the cart, and then there's something called was it game keys? I believe they were called, where you have to, like, it's not there, you have to download it, but you that cart will allow you to play that game. Essentially, we'll get into that in a bit later as well. So that happens. Obviously, internet is like kind of, they're just yapping as per usual, and they're complaining. I feel like Nintendo fans, I'm gonna give you this. You can complain super hard, and you're so good at it. It's not even funny. And I mean, to be fair, like, there are like valid complaints, right? But when you start to see it, it's like, this is like, I just need you to please be quiet because you're just being very obnoxious. And it kind of seemed like we might, am I gonna get one? I don't know. Like, this price point seems kind of high, and then the tariffs are like, oh, shit, it's gonna be even higher. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know if I'm gonna get it.
But to understand why this isn't as big a deal as people make it out to be, we need to go time traveling a little bit, because games used to cost this all the time back then.
It's true. Oh boy! And guess who did it too?
My parents, because yeah,
Nintendo. They've always been like, "Yo, bros, let's push the price point, baby." I think
because like back then, it always cost like this prices back in like the 90s.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, like games are like $80, $70 games, and we're talking about like fucking cartridge games, like Super Nintendo games. Like, they were always expensive. But I don't know what did it, but like, it was standardized to 60. No, it was standardized to 50 at some point, and then it went up by 60. And then it went up to 70 fairly recently, and now it did like a leap to 80 with some 70 still. So it's like, yeah, always been expensive, and I think we were just so damn used to these prices. And I'm the rule with you, right? I don't like paying for more money for a thing that I want. But there's something called economics. And our dollar kind of sucks. And it's been getting worse and worse and worse as time goes on. So it's like an inevitability. This shit's going to go up in price at some point.
Like, our dollar's going to get so bad the Canadians are going to start making fun of us.
It's true. Can't have that. I refuse to let that happen. But yeah, like, it was, to me, it was like, it's inevitable. It's gonna fucking happen. The only question is who's gonna pull the trigger, and of course Nintendo did it. And here's the, I mentioned this before, but I feel like Nintendo's like the perfect candidate to do this because they can take the brunt, they can take the complaints, because quite frankly, they don't give a shit, like even remotely. So there's people screaming, screeching, yelling, this shit's too expensive, blah, 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 blah. And Nintendo's like, Galaxy? Zelda? Metroid? Which is where I'm at, by the way. And then the other companies are like, oh, Nintendo did it. Well, I guess games are $80 now.
Xbox.
Oh, yeah,
Microsoft.
We'll get to that in a bit. Randy Pitchford, we'll definitely get to that in a bit. So then after the direct, before the pre-orders, I don't necessarily remember the exact dates, but it was announced that the system and games will not go up due to tariffs. They're going to stay the same. So $450 for the Nintendo Switch, $500 for the bundle with Mario Kart, and then the games are staying the same. They're not changing prices. Accessories, though, will.
Oh boy.
And at first I was like, oh, that's not a bad trade. And then he remembered a Pro Controller is an accessory.
Sure is, buddy.
And
like I just got a lot of money, and even like do I really want to buy that?
You're gonna buy it, you're gonna like it, okay? Yeah. I mean, that is like the thing, right? It's like, do I really need it that bad? Maybe later. I don't know. Maybe I can fit it at some point.
Just wait for the third-party controllers. They're gonna come out. Just give them a couple months. You're gonna get you're all gonna buy an Afterglow. Wanna know why? Because I buy an Afterglow.
Or Hori. That's another one too.
I haven't heard of Hori actually.
Oh.
First I've heard of that brand.
They do other things as well. I think they do like a bunch of the other accessories too. I think I remember seeing a controller. But either way, so that gets announced, and the day comes, the pre-orders come, and let me tell you something. For these people to screech and scream about the pricing and like their ethics, and then like their all this grandstanding of, hey, I'm not getting this thing. Fuck Nintendo. Nintendo fucking sucks. That pre-order line seemed a little too crowded to me, if you had to ask me. Because
me and all the Sonics, we all said this on our streams, but we said everyone's gonna bitch and moan, but everyone's gonna buy it.
They're bitching and moaning while pre-ordering.
They're still bitching and moaning.
They're still bitching and moaning, and they already bought it.
That's why I say Nintendo fans are the biggest sluts, because they'll piss and moan and they'll still do it.
They'll cry and wail and open their legs wide open and be like, Nintendo, give me Mario! But the pre-order started.
Oh, good.
Actually, where did you get yours?
Walmart. So
I got mine at Best Buy.
So I had 3 tabs open: Best Buy, Walmart, and Target.
Yeah, same here.
Target sold out. Best Buy just Best Buy died. Oh god, the website died.
All right.
And then Walmart, I was like, fuck it. And then I went to lie down. Walked back 10 minutes later, and then I noticed, oh, my screen looks different. And I was like, oh shit, I got it. And then I just I put it in. I just put that shit in. And then I went to Matthew's chat because he was streaming that time. I was like, I fucking got it. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. And he's like, congratulations, Ari.
I should have streamed it. Well, not the pre-order itself, but just streamed at the time and like kind of just, I don't know, play something while I was waiting. All right, let me begin the adventure. Let me begin the adventure. So, same thing. I had opened Target, Best Buy, and Walmart. I tried Best Buy first. It wasn't even there. Like there was like nothing there. Apparently they actually got theirs later. Like their pre-order stuff came out later. Like still like I think like within an hour or so, but it wasn't ready at the time. So all there was Target and Walmart. So I go to Target and surprisingly I added to my cart, no problem. Cool. I'm like, here we go, putting in my shit, putting in my whatnot. I got the bundle, by the way. And I go and pay for it. I pay for it. Something went wrong. Okay. I pay for I click in it again. Something went wrong. Try again. Apparently this is a phenomenon with Target where if you attempted to purchase this on Target, it's going to fuck with you the entire time. It's just going to tell you, hey, something went wrong. So you just keep clicking. Now, thankfully, I wasn't charged even remotely. So I wasn't like losing 500 plus per try. Thank God. But yeah, Target had that issue where there were so many people trying to buy it, it would just error out immensely. Now, some people did get it, right? Some people did get it. So I think I tried for like 20 minutes. I gave up. I stayed at the page, but I just like, fuck this. I go to Walmart. Fuck Walmart, by the way. Fucking hate Walmart. Oh my God. Walmart has...
I love it right now.
So, yeah, so Walmart has a thing, has like an anti-bot thing where if you refresh too many times, it's going to like ask you for a prompt. Actually, no, I think when you first go in and ask for a prompt, and if you refresh too many times, it's going to ask for it's going to like literally kick you out of the website and take you into a prompt, a bot prompt, like, hey, prove you're not a robot. And when I did the prompt to prove that I'm not a robot, I clicked on it. And because so many of you motherfuckers were there trying to get your goddamn Switch, I sound so entitled, but I promise you, it's just a meme.
It's okay, you're a Nintendo fan. That's what you are.
That's true. I mean, they got me by the balls. I wanted it for Metroid Prime 4. I've been waiting for this fucking 4 to be real for God knows how long. They got my money. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But it stuttered. And when it stuttered, it refreshed the page. So, due to the volume of people trying to get a Switch 2, it thought I was a bot. And when I tried to answer the prompt, I couldn't because there were so many people. It just kept refreshing after a while. It was like, hey, I'm sorry, you're a bot. I'm like, fuck! So, like, Walmart was out. I couldn't do shit with Walmart. So I was like, it's Best Buy or Target. So Best Buy at the time still wasn't available. So I just kept trying Target. But then Best Buy did open up finally. And I got this shit quick. But here's the thing. They actually, and this is the smartest, this is how you fucking do it, damn it. Fuck you, Walmart. So they put you in essentially a queue system where it opens up a box and says, hey, you're in a queue system. Do not refresh this page. Do not leave this page. If you do, you start restarting in a queue. And once it's finished, it loads the page for you and you have 10 minutes to purchase the product. Sure. So I got the window and I got it. Boom. Perfect. Right. So I guess in the meantime, I'll just try Target. I should mention as well, why don't you try GameStop? GameStop didn't open until like the day after. Like literally the pre-order started like at nighttime, like at 11, 12 a.m. GameStop didn't start till like I think 9, 10 in the morning. So it was same day, but just hours later. During like literally when you woke up. So they were not in the race just yet. But we'll get to them. And I just kept trying constantly. And I'm seeing on Twitter, I'm seeing some people like, I got it. I fucking got it. Fuck yeah, I got it. Yeah, baby, I fucking got it. Same motherfuckers are complaining about the Switch price. Yeah, I got it. But no, there was some notable names. Like I think if you know him, Infernal Omni. He's the kind of news guy who does talks about this stuff. So some other influencers like Coney. I think Max even said something too. Maximilian dude. And they all mentioned that they got their pre-order. And then some of the same people were also mentioning their pre-order was canceled. Apparently, and this is like the really fucked up part, Target especially, some people were able to pre-order from Target, but then they got canceled within the hour.
I did hear that. A lot of the people, once again, I'm pulling from the Sonic community again, a lot of them did get their orders like canceled. Weird enough. Which got me paranoid. So for like the next week or week and a half, I did like spam check my emails. Which, granted, to this day, I still have mine, but a few of the others did like have to like pre-order. But you know what's really funny about how everyone got theirs?
What's that?
Do I know how my roommate got hers?
How?
She just walked into GameStop.
We'll get to that because I feel like if like hate GameStop all you want, I think GameStop reigns supreme in here, but we'll get to it. I'm almost done with here anyways. So eventually I just happened to look over and the Best Buy page refreshed. And I was like, fuck yeah. And it was just simple. It was so simple. I felt like a champion. It was like 2 a.m, by the way. By the time I got it, like I started this shit like at 11 and it was like 2 a.m. I finally got it. And I only got like 2-3 hours of sleep that night too. So I was like tired of shit when I went to work. Yeah, I had to go to work the next day, by the way. So I was like, worth it. Fucking worth it. So I got it. And then like, yeah, Best Buy's, Target started canceling orders. I think Walmart did too as well. I have a funny story about Walmart. But and then the next day happened and GameStop happened. And I'm also in like some servers too that were trying to get it. I was in Scoutmaster Demi's server and most of them were actually got it to GameStop and they fucking just walked in and they were told, hey, we have this amount of Switch 2s. And it's like a good number too, like 50, 80, 100. I don't think it went past 100. I could be wrong, but like each store had a healthy amount of Switch 2s. That's fucking impressive. And all they did was just get a number, get in line, and they got it. Easy as shit. I can't say the same for the website though. That website crashed and died like so many times. But yeah, you literally had a better shot just walking up to a GameStop and be like, yo, I want to Switch too. All right, stay in line for half an hour or so. We'll get to you. I think the common consensus too is you saw more bundles than actual like just regular Switches. So it's like, wow. Usually it's the other way around where it's like you see more of the system itself, not the bundles, but yeah, there was plenty to go around. So that day happened. A lot of our pre-orders went through. We were happy. Peace was upon us for a little bit. I actually got a pretty bad scare. I wouldn't say bad, but it was like somewhat recently. Apparently, they had mentioned that Best Buy ordered or pre-ordered too much, and some of you might get canceled. And I did get that scare. I got an email saying, hey, your order got canceled. I'm like, what? So I called them up and it seemed like it was a mistake because, like, when I checked the website itself, I still had it. Like, it was still like number order. It didn't say anything about canceled. It still had my card on it. So I was like, all right, what's going on here? So I gave them a call, and they mentioned that, yeah, they're kind of just like oversending these emails. So, some people got scared. Some people actually lost theirs. So I was like, that's a damn shame. So Best Buy is still kind of up in the air. I'm still waiting for the email and be like, hey, your pre-order got canceled. Oh, if my order gets canceled, I'm like, I'll wait. I'm in no massive rush to get a Switch. But if I can get it, great. That's cool. Walmart has a funny story though. Somebody posted online. I wish I had the post. Maybe I can add it in post, but somebody had called Walmart to check on their pre-order, and they said their pre-order was good. And then moments later, they got an email saying that their pre-order got canceled. And then they called back, and they're like, hey, I just called because I wanted to check my order, and now my order's canceled. What's going on? There's nothing we can do. That man lost his order because he tried to call and make sure it was there. That's fucked up.
Dang.
That is a massive F to that person. Can't tell you though. It was funny though. But despite all that, all right, I guess to leave it on a positive note, I feel like they're gonna, because they know they have like a fucking massive seller here.
They made like 4 times their bank bare minimum.
They're absolutely gonna keep this shit stocked. They know that, you know, people want to play their Donkey Kongs, their Mario Kart, their Joe Swanson basketballs. You know, they're gonna want to play that.
Oh no, I forgot about that.
How do you forget about Joe Swanson basketball? Come on now. It's the best thing in the whole game, the whole presentation. What you talking about?
I feel bad because I made a disabled joke like 20 minutes before that thing came on.
Wait, that's funny.
Like I literally told someone to break a leg, and then that game came out. I was like, damn it!
Oh shit, they did. No, I can't take credit for the joke. I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, oh my god, that's genius. Joe Swanson basketball. Fuck yeah, dude.
Just imagine if you could. Oh, I was about to say, imagine you could mod that game, but that's another thing we could talk about.
Oh yeah, hey, if you mod your Switch too, we're gonna break your shit, and there's nothing you can do about it, dumbass. You stupid.
I wonder how they're gonna be able to detect that.
I'm pretty sure it has to do with your online presence, perhaps. So I feel like if you're gonna still do it, I would like get another one, maybe. I feel
like if you're gonna do any modding, do it to your Switch 1 after you get a Switch 2. Especially if you have a second one laying around, like me and Lizzie do.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, I'm around specific people on the internet who make very nice mods for the Mario games, Mario Karts, and Mario Parties, and honestly, they're really good. But Nintendo doesn't like it. Nintendo doesn't want me to play as fucking Sonic the Goddamn Hedgehog in Mario Party.
No, illegal. Stop it.
We can't have Sonic Shuffle 2.
No!
If you know about Sonic Shuffle 2, I'm sorry.
Listen. We'll talk about these things, alright? No, yeah, they definitely did mention that they will literally summon the Pinkertons to literally bat your Nintendo Switch too. And I mean, I definitely don't feel good about it. It's like, oh, like I wasn't gonna, but now it's like I kind of wanna, but it's like it's fucked up.
Yeah, that's like a $450 way to like stick it to the man.
Yeah, it's true. Like, do you want to spend $450 to stick it to the man? Like the Nintendo man? Because I don't know if I want to.
All I'm gonna say is give gamers and modders a month. They'll find a way around it. They
Oh,
always
absolutely.
do.
Are you fucking absolutely?
Like they saw that news and they're like, "Hold my beer." Challenge accepted.
My neck's thick enough. That's gonna happen. The other thing as well, and this is a thing that did come up. I did see this discourse quite a bit, and I feel like this is like I feel like this is neck to neck. Nintendo Switch 2 versus Steam Deck.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this outright. It depends on who you are and your social life. So let's take me as an example. I'm primarily home unless my friends want to like take me and go out. Granted, if I go out with them, I'm probably not gonna have my face buried in a handheld anyway.
Yeah.
And if I'm not at my computer, I'm probably laying down looking at my phone. So the appeal of a Steam Deck's really not that big for me, but I'm already at a computer all day anyway.
To
mention,
yeah, go ahead.
it also like depends on the game because like I feel like more often than not you're gonna be more comfortable playing at the computer because there's gonna be less compatibility issues probably.
Huh. Yeah. To me, it's like, because that was like a thing a coworker of mine brought up is like, why would you get a Switch 2? Just fucking get a Steam Deck. It's so much better. And I'll give it to the Steam Bros. The Steam Deck is a bit better. Especially since they have 3 options. And 2 of the options have OLED screens. So, I mean, that's always a better thing. I'm pretty sure Nintendo at some point will make a version of that, and then it'll be like a bit more expensive, but down the line. But it is true. Like, you're gonna like. I think technologically speaking, the Steam Deck is definitely better. It is definitely the superior system. It does so much more than the Nintendo Switch 2. That's a given. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, in my humble opinion. However, here's where Nintendo kind of wins overall and why they're buying Nintendo Switch 2s over Steam Decks. Moms, grandmas, like people who don't game, they don't know what a Steam Deck is. You can educate them, but not everyone's going to do that. But the Nintendo line is unfortunately extremely well known compared to a Steam Deck. So chances are your Steam Deck is going to sell like super hotcakes, which they did. They absolutely did. They have a much, much bigger audience compared to, say, PC gamers. That's kind of the truth. I do feel like PC gaming is so much better, but you're not getting a current Mario game on PC. For legal reasons, I have to say legally. If you know, you know. But yes, you can't just you can't just play a Mario or a Zelda or whatever the fuck they have out on the Switch on the Steam or the PC. For legal reasons, I have to say legally.
Just added in a dolphin sound effect.
Yeah, yeah. Like, we know there are ways. We know there are ways to circumvent that, but not everyone's going to do that. People are just going to rather just buy the system and just to have it, right? It's just much more well known. But to me, in my humble opinion, it's not a matter of the Switch 2 being better than the Steam Deck and vice versa. Honestly speaking, they can live parallel to each other. I feel like they can coexist and just be fine. In my opinion. Maybe the Steam Deck did get some sales when the Switch 2 got revealed because they're like, oh, that fucking sucks. Oh, what the fuck do I want that for? Or just get a Steam Deck. Just call it a day. Probably. I don't know. But I do feel like both can live in the same environment. I can't say the same for like the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox, whatever the fuck they got at this point. You know, either's fine. I mean, people can tell you like Steam Deck's pretty good, and Nintendo's Nintendo. What the fuck else are gonna do? But yeah,
didn't
that's
some
kind of how I
stuff
see it.
recently happen with Steam and Xbox? Didn't some stuff recently happen with Steam and Xbox?
Are you talking about like Steam getting hacked?
No, apparently Microsoft and Steam are working together. I saw something on YouTube Shorts. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah. Well, before that, I'm just gonna outright say, if you saw a thing that's saying that Steam got hacked and they lost like a bunch of accounts were compromised or whatever, apparently that was false. The thing that they mentioned is like a system that they don't even use, so it's like, I don't know, trying to pass this as a fact, but that's what I heard was false.
That's the first I'm hearing about that. I didn't even hear that was news.
Well, it probably got squared away. It probably got squashed almost immediately because of how fast it was disproven. But I saw it was being pushed around. I was like, oh, this is fake. I love fake news, by the way. But no, you are in fact correct about the Xbox working with Steam. That I definitely did hear about. I think they're trying to do like their own handheld to get into their either handheld, or they're basically I don't remember exactly what they're trying to do. You probably know more than I do.
I just saw like one YouTube short while I was doing scrolling. That's as far as I know.
I love YouTube short, but no, I because my coworker mentioned that as well, so I know for a fact that something did happen, and something's gonna happen. So in due time, I guess, keep an eye on it. But I feel like both are fine. Both can coexist, no problem. If you hate the Switch 2, cool. If you like the Switch 2, cool as well. Just don't be obnoxious about it. That's my humble opinion. Enjoy yourselves.
So do we feel the Switch 2 is worth it though? Like with everything it has coming.
I mean, if you're a Nintendo fan, yeah. If you're not, no. That's really what it boils down to. It's like, if you're trying to find, if you actually like Nintendo's games and whatnot, then yeah, it's definitely for you. I would definitely pick it up if you want. But if you tend to notice that a lot of your favorite games are like multi-platform or like on PC or whatever, I wouldn't really bother. It's all about the games at the end of the day, and that's honestly Nintendo's strong suit, is that they tend to have very good dominating games, and it's why they will, despite whatever bullshit thing they do, will sell, because they're that good at their craft.
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking forward to the GameCube because most Pokemon games on there I've never touched, I've never gotten around to, I've never had.
Did you know a fun fact about me, that I'm purchasing this system for $500 so I can play a GameCube game? Pretty cool, right?
Is it one of the Pokemon games?
No, it's Fire Emblem.
Of course, it's Fire Emblem.
It's a funny thing to say.
But the one thing you and my girlfriend have in common is your Fire Emblem.
Yes. No, for sure. How do you feel about the pricing of the games, though? Do you like the fact that? Well, actually, I think no, you don't. But are you okay with the fact that they've gone up to $70-$80?
So right now, my opinion is being driven off of Mario Kart and Bonanza. And they look like they're having a lot of shit shoved in. They look like they have a lot of game time to sink into. They look like there's a lot to do in them. So as long as the price matches the effort, I'm fine with it. Like, if I'm going to spend $70 on a game and it's going to eat up like fucking like a month or two of my life, okay. However, if it's a short thing that I could speed run in less than 3 hours, no. So it depends on the content and how much effort is being put to each game. So it's a case-by-case basis for me.
That's how I feel, for sure. Absolutely. Like, I don't like paying more money for a thing, right? Nobody does. But shit's gonna get more expensive as time goes on. The thing that you may have bought 5-10 years ago, it's not gonna be the same price today. It's just that's just how it works. I guess this is a grim reminder that gaming is not a necessity, it is a luxury. But I do think it's worth it. Like, if you have the income to purchase said stuff because your job allows it to, then fuck yeah. I'm down for it, especially if it's worth it. Because as much as I hate Nintendo's ways of doing things here and there, they do provide good games. And legally speaking, you're not going to find them anywhere else. They are damn near exclusive to their own systems. You're not going to see them in PlayStation, not going to see them in Xbox. You're just not. Legally speaking, of course, because that's just an avenue I will not delve into, especially current system, considering what happened to Yuzu and Ryujinx. It's just a thing I will not touch, because you're talking about people who will go after you. Like, this isn't like, oh, you can just do it and nothing will happen. No, they will go after you if they find out you're fucking them over. They're going to do that, and they're going to send you like a Ganondorf statue to remind you of the error of your ways, dumbass. Do you know about the whole statue thing that we always mention from time to time?
No.
So this was, I believe, the Super Mario Bros. I think it was New Super Mario Bros. It was the one for the Wii, I believe. He purchased a copy before Street Date, and he uploaded it online. And Nintendo went after his ass, and it led to a settlement where the person had to spend to give them 1.3 million in Australian, because he was Australian, and they also had to compensate $100,000 for legal fees. And as a coup de grace, a cherry on top, they sent him a statue of Ganondorf from Wind Waker.
Huh.
Don't do it. We're watching you. I don't know if they do it all the time, but yeah, that is a thing that happened. You got fucked pretty hard. Maybe you shouldn't have uploaded it, but you know, at the same time, again, like, I wouldn't fuck with Nintendo. That's just my stance. Don't fuck with Nintendo, because they will go after you. They will. You will rue the day, and they're gonna come after you, and you're not gonna like it. It is also kind of crazy to me. I'm not gonna go into this topic too hard, but it is also kind of crazy to me that they managed to find and sue a guy named Bowser.
Crazy.
We do live in that timeline. Poetic.
That's actually funny. You know what that the earlier thing you mentioned reminds me of?
What's that?
There's there's two YouTube shorts I watched. It's about this couple who found a little exploit with some fast food chains where if they get your order wrong, they will give you like a certain amount of food back, no questions asked. And so they did this across, I think it was like 40 or 45 different locations.
Oh, I think I saw this. Was it?
Think it was like two restaurants. One I think was Chipotle, and another was Wingstop.
Yes, I heard the Wingstop one. So yeah, this is
and so
the same story.
It was like 40 or 45 locations. until their faces got revealed because I almost said the R word. These dumb, stupid people decided to brag about it on social media where their faces are seen. And so they got banned from their from every location in their state.
Excuse me. The amount of people...
And it was like 5 wings per location. So there was like, they had to at least have like 200 or 300 wings.
It is incredible to me. The internet has ruined people. People, for some godforsaken reason, will film a crime and just upload it, face and all. They show themselves committing a crime or just doing something exploitative and stupid, and they show themselves. I'm like,
yeah, like if that shit works,
shut the fuck up.
Like, you kidding me? If I could get free wings, I wouldn't tell a soul.
I'll tell like maybe a buddy. I wouldn't like go online and post that shit on my Instagram or whatever. Guys, I got free wings. Holy shit! This reminds me of like the Chipotle hack too. If you remember that, people found.
Remind me. That may have been the other location.
I think it was the app or like a DoorDash. I want to say it was the app itself, the Chipotle app. But people found a way to get food essentially cheaper, where instead of buying like the meal itself, they'll buy like a tortilla and then just have like the other stuff as add-ons. And that apparently was cheaper. So people are getting full-fledged meals a lot cheaper.
Yeah, there's this guy, I forgot what his channel was, but he keeps calling himself like a food hacker. And he just tells you to do that, and you just get like a whole ass meal for like probably like a few bucks compared to like
I know what you're talking about.
Like, I don't remember his name, so not to sound racist. Okay, he looks like he's Asian. Is that the proper way to say that?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know his name, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, he is in fact an Asian person. And I do remember he would show off a lot of food hacks, and that was one of them. And to me, it was like, why would you share the world with this information? Like,
it's gonna make the restaurant. Yeah, the restaurant's just gonna like catch on, and then jack.
And it was cut off. Like it was. I don't think you can do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't do it anymore. I couldn't tell you, but I just
there's not a Chipotle near me. There might be a Del Taco.
I fucking hate Chipotle. I can't do them. No, sorry.
If you had to choose between Chipotle and Taco Bell, what would you choose?
Taco Bell 100 times over.
Hell yeah.
We couldn't do it. I just like. I mean, to be fair, Chipotle's the one to burn the bridge with me. I tried. I wasn't a hater full fledged, but when you make me puke twice, first bite, you fucked up. Not to mention they're kind of. I remember when they first started, there was a lot of stuff like, oh hey guys, they have E. coli in their shit. I'm like, no, that's not good.
That reminds me of my Burger King story, if you remember that one.
I think I do, actually.
Well, for those on the YouTubes who don't know, so back when I come from Michigan, and around the time I lived in Ferndale, there's 2 times I got Burger King back to back, and each time it put me in the hospital. So for like 5 or 6 years, I was afraid to touch Burger King. So, yep. Not as funny as the time I choked on chicken, though. That's another story. We'll tell that another day. Just funny that restaurant just made me puke twice, back to back.
Yeah, it definitely kind of sounds like if I had to be perfectly honest with you, at least with Chipotle, I think it's just the ones around me. Like, they're probably just bad. They're probably fine everywhere else. It's just I just have a bad experience with them, so I just like nope. So I don't blame you for the Burger King either.
I do believe there's just behind the locational thing because back in Vegas, their McDonald's nuggets were terrible. Like they would overcook the nuggets every time at McDonald's. But it's like, I feel like it was the same where, like, because you work in a tourist town, you just fucking hate your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here in Tennessee, oh god, I haven't had a single time where I went to a restaurant that I hated. Like,
No, that's true.
they take care, they do their food good here. Especially like the local places. Oh man, that's some good southern eating, brother.
There's one more thing I kind of want to go over. I think we're done with Nintendo Switch 2. So, if you get one, I'll see you on the other side. With a Nintendo Switch 2. If not, well, you'll get it eventually. There's no fucking rush. Or just get a Steam Deck. Whatever you want.
I feel like at this point, if you want one, you're definitely getting one because apparently they're just going to be, every place is going to be super stocked up. Hell, apparently you can just order one right off the Nintendo store right now. So I've been told.
Well, there you go. I think it went to a lotto system, but I think now it's like whatever. I don't remember. But yeah, there you go. You'll get one. I promise.
Not to mention if you're one of those people that qualify for that one email from Nintendo as well.
True. I want to. You kind of reminded me of the Wingstop hack, of like this other quote unquote hack, and it kind of gets extremely legal, and it actually goes. It kind of goes into somewhat. I'm mostly speaking on the legal sense, but it will go into the next topic that we got. But do you remember the Chase hack?
No.
Like the bank Chase hack.
Are you talking about the thing where you would withdraw more than you have and you just get it?
Yes.
That's not a hack. I think that's just
fraud. That was funny. Oh my god. But yes, the quote unquote Chase hack, baby. Thank you, TikTok, by the way. Yeah, you kind of just withdraw more than you have, and they'll give it to you, and that's cool and all. And then the next day, it takes all the money that was removed, and you're like in the negative whatever the fuck, and you got to give that money back. You just committed fraud, buddy. The fuck are you doing?
I wonder how many people who did that went to jail.
Probably a decent amount. I would assume they probably did get into jail, or they probably went into a legal battle, because our next topic, there's a fellow person who did get into a legal battle with another fellow person, and it had an end. Let's put it that way.
Find his last name very ironic, because he might need a new one when he's done.
Hello, you absolute legend.
Fuck you.
So I should preface this. Me personally, I wasn't like a massive, huge. Oh, we're gonna talk about Karl Jobst in this lawsuit, by the way. I wasn't a massive fan of his. I did like his stuff though. Like, his stuff is intriguing. His speed, like, he was very detailed with the speed running stuff and some of the drama stuff. I won't lie to you, I was intrigued by it, but otherwise I was just a fan, really. Never really I didn't really care that much. But you, on the other hand, you told me something that I was very interested in, and actually it's why I'm even more intrigued about this topic.
I think he's a wiener.
You can say worse things with that. I'll just censor it.
You don't want to hear me.
But yes, I like him. You don't. And I'm actually kind of interested in that, because I feel like, at least in my opinion, you really can't get that satisfying conversation with somebody in like the opposite faction of like, oh, I hate this person, or I like this person, and it's like, why do you feel that way? So I do like this discussion. It'll even go to a broader discussion soon after this, but To kind of go over what happened, I'm gonna keep. This is not like the definitive topic. I'm not gonna go for it day by day. I'm just gonna go by the very key points and how essentially a guy who cheated at Donkey Kong turned into, I think, one of the most based people I've ever seen. I've seen their Twitter. I've just seen the way they've been conducting themselves after this lawsuit. And I have to say, I don't like the guy. I'm infatuated. They've been so based. Oh my lord. But let's start from somewhat the beginning. So Karl Jobst, to TLDR his content, he would talk about certain speedruns of games. He used to do speedruns, but I think he stopped. And he would cover like drama, like if there was like a speedrunning cheating allegation or whatever, or if like some entity that has to do with gaming did something bad, he would talk about that, so on and so forth. But prior to this, you might know him from him going after the completionists for the charity fraud stuff that was going around and things like that. So you probably heard of the guy. But it kind of started with him talking about Billy Mitchell, the King of Kong, the Conqueror of Australia. I don't know what else, but the dragon that couldn't be slayed by the lance of Karl Jobst. I have to say, like that reading of the fucking from the judge was like, it was so good. Do you remember hearing that line from actually, did you even watch the court reading of the verdict?
There was like 2 or 3 clips from, I forgot what YouTubers call it. It was like retro something. But I did see like 2 or 3 like recordings of the court saying.
It was like the words that came out of his mouth in that accent. It was like, dude, powerful words. You fucking idiot. But anyways, back to the timeline. He made some videos about Billy Mitchell and his cheatings. Alongside with Todd Howard, or no, not Todd Howard. Todd. It was Todd. That was his name. It was like a fat guy. And at some point, he kind of shifted his content to like, he would talk about Billy Mitchell a lot, like almost like antagonistically, right? So he would like mention like the aspects of the cheating, the stuff with the twin galaxies and things like that. And then again, I'm not gonna get this timeline fully right. I wish I could, but I there are actually a bunch of videos now you can watch to like truly get into like the whole aspect of it. But at some point, right? So I should also mention too, Billy Mitchell's a very litigious person. Like if you say things about him, if you just kind of look at him the wrong way, he will go after you legally if he can. I don't know if you know about the famous court, the case where he went after the regular show because they made a parody of him in the show. Literally, it was like the whole same concept where he had like the world record for this game that they played, and the character, it was literally Billy Mitchell's head with like legs and feet. It was pretty funny. And he tried to sue regular show or Cartoon Network for that, and he lost because it was parody. And so, and he also sued Twin Galaxies because they took his records down. And he also sued a fellow person by the name of Apollo Legend at some point, or went after them because he made some videos about Billy Mitchell and the cheating. So he's no stranger to going after people legally speaking to get them to shut up and take back whatever, right? The name Apollo Legend will come back in a bit. So he started making videos about like just him in general, like the cases and whatnot. And at some point, Apollo Legend does get sued. He was also another speedrun person. Like he did like speedrunning content, speedrunning drama, things like that. However, unfortunately, very unfortunate, but he ended up taking his own life. He was not mentally well, and he did in fact take his own life. And again, he was sued by Billy Mitchell, but I'll get into that detail a smidge later, because at some point amongst the legal notices, I mean the Billy Mitchell videos, Billy Mitchell did go after Karl for the cheating stuff. Like, he absolutely did. And this is where it gets kind of funky. So, as from what I remember, as far as I can tell, he tried to go after Karl about the cheating stuff, but there was nothing there. There was like nothing solidified, nothing, like there wasn't a case, because there's just like, because one lives in America, the other lives in Australia, so the international laws and things like that. But yeah, there wasn't anything there. But he still sent him something, right? That bit is kind of important. And then Karl made a video, and he kind of goes over essentially, again, some other stuff about Billy Mitchell, but he mentions in that video that Apollo Legend's death, about his suicide, and he essentially blamed it, like, how do I word this? He didn't outright say that Billy Mitchell killed Apollo Legend, but he definitely insinuated that he did. Basically, the lawsuit that he did to that Billy did to Apollo Legend was so massive, it was such a detriment to his health that he ended up killing himself for it. And he was and apparently he painted Billy as like this gleeful monster that, haha, I got away again, don't ever besmirch me, don't ever defame me ever again type stuff, right? He painted Billy as a monster, basically insinuating that he caused his suicide. And then that's when Billy had enough. He's like, all right, I didn't kill this guy. And there's actually a very important point that does come out from that he reveals later on, but I'll reveal it later on as well. That's when he sues Karl Jobst. Now, at that very point, the cheating stuff wasn't necessary. It was kind of just there, and it kind of just went away. Like the official court document, I should say. But he was given another one for the Apollo Legend stuff, and he did not back down. He went with. In fact, he even made a video about he's being sued by Billy Mitchell. I think he makes the multiple videos. This is where it gets kind of weird, because I think he made a video for the cheating, and then that's when he got help from Notch to pay his legal fees. But I believe the second lawsuit that there was made, that's when he made the GoFundMe to help with his legal fees. And then as time went on, he kept talking about Billy Mitchell, but he never really brought up Apollo Legend's suicide. He just kept mentioning the cheating stuff, and he would make constant videos besides the speedrunning videos, whatever video he had planned. He also made videos about basically his court stuff, more cheating stuff, cheating, and it's like, at some point it gets so muddied that you kind of just think, and he did he didn't directly say it, but he never denied it either, to where he essentially was being sued because he called Billy a cheater. He never, he kind of never really denied it. In fact, somebody even found a post, or like he had like a comment, because he does a bunch of sponsored stuff, and on the video, it was about a Billy. In the comment, he said, "Man, kind of crazy that a person you accuse of cheating would sue you, and then it goes into like the sponsor stuff and whatnot, and that was there. So there was no mention like Billy being gleeful about a person committing suicide. It kind of just, it was kind of hand waved, and it kind of basically seemed like, oh yeah, he's suing for defamation because Karl is calling him a cheater, and we all kind of just went with it. Because I remember the day he said that about Apollo Legend, and then like how Billy was very happy about his death. I was like, that's a fucking crazy ass thing to say. I would never say that. Like, especially to a person who's like very litigious, who'll actually like literally go after you for every penny you got. And then I just kind of forgot about it, personally speaking. I was like, oh. So years went by. He's collecting money from his GoFundMe. He's doing videos as per usual, sponsored videos and whatnot. And this court battle is happening in Australia, by the way. So Billy has to go from Florida to, he's Floridian, yes, to Australia. He's got to hire Australian lawyers, which he knows nothing about. So it's like, it's going to be expensive because it's literally an international battle for him. And fairly recently, it was the court battle was about to end. And Karl was so giddy that he was like, hey guys, the court is about to pass its verdict. Here's the stream link. And he literally gives a stream link to the courtroom that does the readings, and it's like he said, it's at this time, blah blah blah, whatever, and be there. No, I'm not gonna sit there and watch a court reading. Are you fucking kidding me? But some people did, and he lost. He lost the court. He lost the case. And everyone at first is like, damn, I can't believe Billy got away with the cheating allegations. But then as you're listening to the court, to the judge, he's like, yeah, so yeah, the reason why you lost is because you insinuated that he caused a person's suicide. And when you were asked to retract it, you did a very poor job of retracting it. And in fact, in the one video that you did like try to like go back with it, it was like at the end of like a half an hour video for like a minute most. You did not try to hide you didn't deny this. You didn't apologize to the guy. You just kept talking. You basically just still acknowledged that, yeah, Billy Mitchell caused his suicide. And for that was like shocking news for everybody. It's like, suicide? What the fuck are you talking about? Wasn't this about cheating? No, it was never about the cheating. It was because he literally insinuated that Billy Mitchell caused a suicide. And here's the even massive kicker about the whole thing, and then we find out as well, is that despite settling with the guy, he never took a dime from him. Billy Mitchell never took a dime from Apollo Legend. He just wanted this stuff to stop, essentially. He's like, you don't gotta give me money, just like, can you please stop? And he actually even had words with him before he did the deed. But the thing is, the reason why he did the deed is because there was actually some drama going around with him in the speedrunning community. And now I'm going to say, this is probably one of the fucked up things that Apollo did, but I mean, you really can't blame the guy. He's unfortunately already gone. But he did like a very last video. I don't think he has it in this channel. You might be able to find it re-upload, but I'm not going to really post it. But essentially, it was like his last video. It was literally his final video, like the final video. And he named speedrunners who was actually going after him, and Karl was friends with them, by the way. So that was the very interesting part. He not once in that video did he ever utter the words Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell did this to me. So it's like, oh, so this wasn't about cheating. And here's the even funnier thing, the judge himself even said, did he cheat? Probably. But that's not what this is about. Who fucking cares about that shit? And verbatim, of course, obviously he did not just say it like that. But yeah, the world woke up, or at least that part of the world woke up, and realized that, wow, Karl was, what the fuck, Karl? We gave you all this money because you were fighting a lawsuit of defamation because you called him a cheater. Where did the suicide stuff come from? What the hell is this? And like I mentioned, he did mention it. It was there's like, I'm not gonna, like, he didn't like tack that in at some point. No, those words, like his insinuation was 100% uttered, and I'm pretty sure the videos are still out to this very day. But because he just talked about the cheatings and stuff so much times, people just forgot about it. And like some people kind of knew, but it's like I said, me personally, I heard him. Like I heard him say those words, and I vividly remember, wow, that shit's fucked up. But I just forgot because he just kept talking about the cheating. And I think the even worse part too is that in one of the videos, Karl was like, when I win this case, I'm gonna be the worst winner of all time. I'm gonna gloat, I'm gonna glee, I'm gonna do all this shit, right? And the judge is reading this, and as I'm listening to him say these words, I'm like, wow, this guy's a fucking asshole. Which is probably why you don't like him, because to be 100% fair, while I did like his content, he definitely felt like he was a very pompous asshole, and he definitely reads out the person as like he's always right, and it's always like he's always correct in some way, shape, or form, and he like belittles you like you're some dumbass, which is what he did to Billy basically the entire time.
Yeah, like of a reason, of a real. It's just his tone, everything about his tone too. Just it felt like it wasn't about exposing people. It felt like, oh, this is just gonna make me bigger. This is just gonna make me more money. This is just gonna make me look better. It was never about exposing people. Like, I don't know if I should name drop another drama person I watched, but at least was that other YouTuber.
I mean, you can, and I'll censor it if you want me to.
Okay, let's compare him to Technicals. At least Technicals at least does his due diligence and does it because he doesn't like what he sees. He's doing it to like fix a problem. Yeah. And he does his full research, and he makes sure he doesn't like have anything incriminating about him be seen, so he doesn't look like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Karl Jobst is just like, opportunistic time.
Yeah, that's my paycheck, baby. No, I watch Tentacles too. I do like his work. It's funny because there's like another commentary guy that I do watch, and that he and Tentacles and him get like they fucking hate each other at this point. And I remember when that whole thing was happening, I was like, you both are fucking stupid. Just stay in your lanes at this point. But no, like every content person has like their own woes and their own things. You're not gonna like somebody 100%, right? But I do respect Tentacles for the fact that like he's got jokes, which that's my favorite part. Like some people don't like that when they're going after when they're like doing like a piece about something serious, but it's like I feel like sometimes you gotta lighten the room up a bit, and he does that very well, in my opinion.
How do you feel without talking about it too much, how do you feel he handled the last video he made, if you saw that one, the recent one?
Oh, he's getting fucked over hard. That sucks. I think that was like a very
he had to re-upload it already. He had to like censor it, even though like it wasn't even that incriminating.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I like listen, like the guy or not, like he's shining a light that people don't want to see. And
that's why people hate him, because he's saying what needs to be said.
Yep.
And that's why he's also covering like things outside of that one community, because he went to do like
no, yeah, for sure.
Like the Guilty Gear stuff. But yeah, we're getting on a tangent.
No, yeah, for sure. But no, yeah, that to me is like an example of somebody who does it. And like, listen, if you want to do this for money, that's fine. Just be honest about it. Just like, I don't like it when people are like virtuous and kind of like tries to be better or seem better than they actually are. Like, it's a fucking grind. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, we don't make things for free. We make things because we want to make some money off of it. Some things are a lot more serious than it is. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, hey, this is what I want to do, but I got to eat at the same time, you know? So I get that. But with Karl, well, I still liked a bunch of his videos and whatnot. Yes, he did seem pretty opportunistic, especially... Even though I still don't agree with the things that he did, the whole thing with the completionist, I remember there was a part where he was like kind of just begging for like, oh my god, like he was trying to genuinely like plead with them, like, hey, like I'll do whatever you got to do, please let me out, don't let this word get out. And they're like, nah, this is my bank, this is my bread and butter. I'm gonna say the whole fucking thing, baby. And they went out with it. And to get back to the case as well, yeah, he lost. And
he got demolished.
Listen, again, I'm going to preface this. I don't like Billy Mitchell that much. I don't care if he cheated, to be perfectly honest with you. If he cheated, who fucking cares? Like, it's whatever. But let me tell you, after that fucking court case was read, the things he was saying on Twitter was like the coolest shit ever. He was like, you know what? No, he doesn't tweet that often. I'm literally gonna go live to his fucking Twitter. I'm just gonna read this shit word for word. Oh my lord. Oh. By the way, I should say while I'm looking for this too, I am going to buy his hot sauce. I'm going to give it a shot. There he is. Are you aware that after he won the case, he's put up coupon codes for his hot sauce thing? Use code Karl Jobst, Karl Lobst for 10% off our hot sauce. It's the funniest fucking thing. Oh my lord. I also have to show you this too. He made a fucking hot sauce for this very special occasion.
Why? Because he said he was gonna roast somebody?
No. I'm gonna post it. I want your genuine reaction to this. This is the hot sauce that he made. A limited run hot sauce that he made. Look at this fucking image. Please look at this image. It's the most beautiful thing ever. And just to describe it to just the audio listeners, it's literally Australia, and there's a dragon with the Billy cut and the American tie that Billy loves, and right beneath his feet is a broken fucking lance, and it's called dragon sauce. Come on. Are you kidding me? This guy is like, he's the fucking best. Like, what the fuck do you want me to say? Come on. And yes, right here, discount code for Jobst, Karl Lost, Karl Lobst for 10% off. Oh my god, like, I'm just, oh lord. I'm trying to find his first tweets that he's like the moment the very moment that he started tweeting out this stuff, because like he, like, just to preface, he was like not he wasn't active in his Twitter for a long time. Like, he was just kind of there, right? But when this happened, I'm just gonna read you some quality tweets, right? Bad news for my enemies. I woke up. He retweeted that when he won. That was like a tweet that he had a while ago, and he retweeted it when he won the case. Let me see here. Hello, you absolute virgins. And he has like a video of like Karl used to do some pickup artist stuff back in the day, and that resurfaced, so people were making fun of that. I'm not going to tell you again, Karl, when you put the fries in the basket, ask me if they want a side of Ricky's. That's his hot sauce. And like the thing is, I'll get to this in a bit. Oh, here's another one. All he had to do was kneel before the king. Not a big deal. Everyone does it at least once. Come on! Come on! King of Kong since 1982! King of Karl since 2025! Aurora! Come on! Like, he's doing the very thing Karl said he was gonna do. He's literally gloating. He's like the worst loser of all time. Do you know how much money Karl owes?
I'm gonna assume like a couple 100,000.
Let's talk. So, the settlement. The settlement was he has to pay, I believe, $395,000 in Australian dollars. That is just the settlement. But he also has to pay back his fees. And somebody did the math. He owes about $2 million, 1.8 million Australian dollars. Let me be specific. 1.8 is also including his own court costs. So he spent a good chunk, which I think was like 700 or something like that. Because GoFundMe, Notch, and then however else he had to spend, and then like all the shit. So in total, this man is going to be 1.8 million Australian dollars in the hole.
Can I play a funny sound effect?
You can just give it to me. I'll add it in post. But yeah, sure.
It's a Discord thing.
Oh yeah, that's fine. It's like, it's like, have you seen The Walking Dead?
I've heard of it. I haven't played it, but I used to have friends that love those games a lot.
There's a very famous scene that gets memed a lot. It's basically the main character, Rick. He's looking at his son and he's saying, Karl! That's what I think of every single time I think of Karl. Every time I think of Karl, it's like, Karl! No, Karl! I posted in the Discord if you want to say it. It's like, no, Karl! No!
Oh my god.
Now, at this point, he hasn't said anything just yet. He's lost a case. Billy's gloating like crazy. He's doing all this stuff. Side topic, a video gets uploaded, I think, the day of, because he had the video scheduled and he had like a sponsorship obligation to meet. But obviously, when you lose a court case, nobody wants to watch anything speedrunning in your channel. Right now, all we want to see is like your response, your apology, whatever the fuck you're gonna say. And he was like, kind of adamant about it, but then at some point he did take it down and he canceled the sponsorship, which are very big for him because that is a lot of his income. But yeah, he had to take it down. He had to apologize, and then he said at some point he's gonna put out a video. So we all waited. We all sat there. We all waited, and we're like, "All right, what do you gotta say, buddy? You fucked up. You owe like $400,000 in fees, and settlement, plus his lawyer fees. You're still paying your lawyers and shit like that. So, what do you got to say to yourself?" You know
Womp
the
womp.
video is bad when he doesn't even start with absolute legends. I wasn't called an absolute legend. I don't know how to feel about that. It's weird, you know? He would always call me a legend. An absolute legend. And he couldn't this time. But his video comes out. And now at this point, before the video came out, I sympathized. But it's like, I didn't hate him. I was like, damn. But I also felt shocked too. So I was like, oh, it was about suicide, not gaming. Oh, it's a little bit weird. And then that's what I remember. It's like, wait, I did remember this. How the fuck did I forget this? I feel like I wouldn't forget about this, but apparently I did. To, I guess, put it in the most simplest terms, because I think the apology was like 20 minutes or so. He kind of just doubled down. He didn't apologize to Billy. If anything, he was like, I'm sorry you guys thought that this is about the cheating and not the Apollo. Yeah. And he kind of goes over some things. And he brings up a clip that it shows a news reporter in Australia that went over or was going over the court case. Now at this point the court case wasn't done. It was still like in process. But the person who reported on it literally said that it was about like that Karl is being sued by game professional Billy Mitchell for cheating. They literally said for cheating. So if you mean to tell me that the fucking news station said cheating, what the fuck do you mean we were wrong? And then he even mentioned that same news story that pushed it out, and they were like, oh, but they were wrong. But here's the thing, Karl. You used that same fucking clip and like furthered your stance. Now at that point I was like, you a dumb motherfucker, bro. Like, oh my fucking god. Like, oh god. And he wanted to appeal it and go after it again. And I should actually, are you aware he's a family man?
Who, Karl?
Yes.
Or Billy?
He has a wife and I think a kid or two.
Huh. I just assumed he was
no, he has a family. Karl has a family. He has a family. Hello, you absolute generational debts.
Probably not gonna be married much longer when he goes into debt.
I'm surprised they're still even a thing. I don't know if they are. I'm not gonna even remotely investigate that, but yeah, I'd be like, bye, bitch. Like, I'm not paying for this. Oh my god, it's just fucking crazy. And like, because for some fucking reason his Discord is like open, so people are like grabbing screenshots and shit of the things he's saying, and it's like, my lawyers are fucking stupid. I would never settle. Twin Galaxies was wrong for settling, and it's like, he's a fucking moron. Like, oh my god, I like this guy. Fuck. Like, I still don't like Billy, but I like him more. Like, wow, god damn it. Oh, and that kind of falls into I mean, like, at this point the whole Karl stuff is kind of done. The last thing I can tell you is that he's trying, like, no, he did declare bankruptcy.
Ha.
But as far as I can tell, now it could be absolutely wrong, I'm not a lawyer, but I don't think you can like bankruptcy your way out of court settlement money. I think he did it to like alleviate himself to like finding better options to perhaps pay these fees. But yeah, you can't just be like, I declare bankruptcy because I can't pay these debts, and it's like, bro, these are from the fucking courts. You're stuck with it for life. Yeah, that's Karl Jobst. Karl get a Jobst.
Karl's out of a Jobst.
Yep. Hello, you absolute legends. I'm gonna tell you how to speedrun your way to generational debt. Use code KarlLost for 10% off Billy Mitchell's hot sauce, which apparently is actually really good. That's why I'm getting it, because I need to know. I don't know.
I kind of want to low key try it, but I feel like getting a hold of it's a pain in the butt. Like after the McDonald's sauce I had today, I'm kind of curious.
The dragon sauce is gone, though. You're not getting that. I think he said he's gonna bring back the sauce itself, but the label will not be back. It was like one of those limited time things. I'm so sad I didn't get it. Like, I found out about it too late. I would have gotten it. I would have kept it. I would have put it in all my videos or all my streams. Just like, hey guys, get that hot sauce. But yeah, so I guess to kind of go off in like a broader aspect of it, and at this point we can probably just, I mean, we're still yapping. But to me, I find Karl to be that exact perfect example of an influencer who you once liked, and as years went by, you stopped caring for them. Or, and in this case, probably hate, to be honest, because I should mention he did say he was going to pay back the people who he gave him the GoFundMe. So good luck with that. But yeah, I guess the broader question is, I don't think there has been anyone who's been as owned as Karl right now. But has there actually been another influencer that you watched when you were younger, and then as the years went by, you lost interest, or they said something or did something you didn't like, and you hated them, or whatever reason?
I wouldn't say did anything wrong or I lost interest. More like I kind of lost the tolerance for them, but that's not their fault. Foamy the Squirrel. Because I used to watch a lot of. Did you ever watch Foamy?
No, I think I knew of them. I just never watched the stuff.
It was like, I felt like I only liked them because I was immature. But if we want to go into like actual content creators, like that aren't just like ran on cartoons, back in my TF2 days, I used to watch a lot of Star _ who did a lot of live commentaries. But over time, he just got really sick of the game. And then when I watched him on Twitch, I just noticed he started just sounding like more and more mopey, more and more depressed, more and more pissy. So it's just like one of those. So he didn't do anything wrong, but you could just sense how jaded they became more over time.
The vibe wasn't the same, essentially.
Yeah, like he just, because if you watch his earlier videos, he's just like, oh, he's just happy little man who just likes being silly. Now it's just like, oh, kind of a shell before himself, huh? Again, didn't do anything wrong. It's just, yeah, life happened to him.
I think for me, one of them I can think.
Actually, I have a perfect example. Actually, back when I was in high school, I used to watch a lot of Shane Dawson.
Damn.
And if you know, then that kind of speaks for itself.
I never watched Shane Dawson at all, so I couldn't like relate. But I do know that he's gone through quite the change, and I can definitely see that. Yeah,
I think like that's the perfect case of like that.
For me, the first one that comes to mind, and it's not that I hate them or anything, is that I think I just kind of outgrew their content, was 100% AVGN.
Oh, same. Same as Game Grumps, actually, too. In that same vein.
I think I can kind of probably say that the hate label for Game Grumps, but not really as much, in my opinion. But definitely AVGN, it was definitely like a part of its time. Like, I'm glad he's still going and he's still doing stuff. But just like, for me, it's like, yeah, I really just can't vibe with it very much. I would watch an episode here and there, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I couldn't just like sit there and like watch them all, right? And actually, I can kind of say the same about Game Grumps. I wasn't one of those people who was like, oh, John left, fuck Game Grumps, I hate this shit. I actually did like Danny. And I think, like, I was willing to accept it. I was like, well, things change. I don't know. But then, as they played, I liked it. I was like, oh, okay, so he's actually a pretty good fit. But there was just something, like, as time went on, I just, like, really lost interest. And then, like, I started to really dislike Aaron Hansen a lot as a person. I'm like, I really can't follow this. Like, dude, this is just stupid. So I was like, well, what?
Do you know the funniest story between Aaron and Sega?
Wasn't he the ambassador for Sonic?
Yeah, but because he shit talks Sonic and he's just so negative about the game so much, they just cut ties with him.
Yeah, now it's Corona-chan. That's funny.
Yeah, like that's just peak karma right there.
You lost to a VTuber.
Wait, who's a VTuber?
Corona, she's the dog.
I may have actually followed her in the last month or two. Now that I think about the name, sounds familiar.
Yep, they gave her all this cool Sonic shit. She had like all these, because she wears like a jacket for her main outfit. So she had like a Sonic jacket, a Shadow jacket, things like that. It's pretty cool. That is funny though. I kind of forget that sometimes. Like, I knew he was an ambassador, but I kind of forget that, like, yeah, he lost it because he just kept talking shit. That's funny. But yeah, it's just time does a lot to a motherfucker sometimes, and sometimes a lot more than others. But yeah, that is definitely a thing that definitely did happen. I'm never gonna tell somebody they cheated or insinuate they made a suicide happen. And I certainly am not gonna owe like I think in USD it's like $1.1 million. I think if you convert it all. But yeah, I'm not about to owe over $1 million in fees. No, thank you. There was actually a very sinister theory going around for Karl, and while there's absolutely no definitive proof, I kind of believe it. Would you like to hear this very sinister theory?
What is this theory? That's not a game theory.
I missed that guy. Essentially, he purposely got his lawyer fees to be exorbitantly higher than they're supposed to be. So he would spend more lawyer fees, because Australia has a thing where if you lose the case, you have to pay the winner's lawyer fees. So he cranked up his own lawyer fees because he was under the assumption that Billy was going to pay for his fees. Like, there is no proof of this theory, by the way. There is none whatsoever. But if you watched all the Billy videos and you just like know his demeanor, he was so obsessed with beating this guy. He was so giddy and happy that he was in a lawsuit. I can 100% believe that he would ramp up his own lawyer fees because he knew for a fact, or at least in his head, that he was going to win and Billy would have to pay all of his fees. So if you spend more lawyer fees, in essence, Billy pays more lawyer fees. So in character, I believe the theory, but obviously there's no factual proof that he did it. So It's just a theory.
A content theory. Nah, that doesn't fall off the tongue as well, does it?
No, it's too many syllables.
A net theory.
There you go. So basically, don't look up to your content creators. Don't put them on a massive pedestal. At the end of the day, they're just dudes and dudettes on the internet just doing shit. And yeah, I couldn't find myself watching a Karl video. I think he's uploaded like a few at this point, but it's like, I don't know, I just can't. Kind of lost all my respect.
Oh, to Karl, all I have to say is it sucks to suck.
Should have kneeled to the king, baby! The king of Kong, motherfucker! Woo! Sorry.
I can't wait for Bonanza to come out.
I can't wait for that to come out and for me to get the hot sauce, and I'll try it and go see how it's like.
Well, with the hot dog sauce, it's like Popeye spinach. You just eat it and you just get super Donkey Kong power.
That'd be really cool.
You start talking like Popeye.
I can't do that. I can't. It's been such a long time since I've actually seen Popeye. I can't emulate that, but probably I'll definitely smoke a pipe. I'll show off my super muscles. I'll do some crazy physics breaking shit. Absolutely. Thanks, Billy Mitchell.
I can't do Popeye, but I can do the Homer impersonation episode.
No! Sorry.
The one where he drinks beer and he's like, "You need some fuel from me mule, some gas from me ass."
I remember that. Oh, God.
It's my favorite episode.
But yeah, that's all I really got to say about just Karl in general. Yeah, so I guess we should probably start heading towards the end. And I guess basically, what plans do you got for your future content for the month of June?
Well, first week, me and my buddy LunarWolfMatthew, who I mentioned earlier, we're starting another podcast on the side, mostly centered around video games and Sonic stuff. We're gonna be talking about Switch 2 as well. Funny enough, we're there. And yeah, it's gonna be that. Other than that, just probably Sonic games, mostly the racing games. Gonna grind out the Riders games again, or the Rider game specifically. I've recently debuted a 3D model, and my next one's already under works. So if you like 3D VTubers, hey. Other than that, basically the same as always. Definitely gonna be seeing a lot of Mario Kart World. Yeah,
I'll probably be playing that too. I don't know if I'll stream it, but I'll say. That's some good shit though.
Probably make it a community night and see how people like that.
Well, assuming people I know got Switch too, but we'll see. Because it is like, I don't know, everyone did, but hell yeah. If possible, I'd like to do that as well.
Who just also means we could play Pokemon at a stable frame rate.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that they mentioned that I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even think I'm gonna try it.
I mean, I still got the last DLC to like actually play through.
I don't even have the DLC. I was like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. But I get you.
Like, you know why I got it so I could have all my favorites accessible.
True. That's absolutely true.
And then I was greedy was 2 shiny Primarinas.
Oh. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I would definitely get that too. I don't know. I just can't buy myself going back to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. If it's like that definitively much better, I will see, but
I'll definitely let you know because it's definitely gonna be one of those things I do.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of Pokemon, do you think Pokemon Unite will be any better? Or do you think it'll be basically the same?
I'm gonna assume with the same. I don't think it's gonna get I don't think it's gonna get better. If anything, we just probably if any of us were to get back at it, you basically just have to kind of just relearn the meta readjust yourself and like kind of get used to like what new mons are there. I
might have to buy some new mons if we decide to do it again.
Maybe it is something I've kind of looked at, but it's like, do I really want to? I don't know.
If you do it, I'll do it.
For sure. Like I'll definitely let you know. Is that all you got for the month of June?
Yeah, just Sonic Racing. We're anticipating that Sonic Cross Worlds is getting a release date, especially because they've been releasing a lot of stuff for Cross Worlds on social media.
Yes.
2 of the stages are from Sonic Unleashed, funny enough, which it's really the year of Unleashed. Kind of crazy.
Interesting.
I say that because of that decomp that came out while I was in the middle of my move.
Oh yeah.
Which I found a very funny little exploit around Unleashed, funny enough. So, a lot of your power-ups and your XP is locked behind rings. What if I told you could get a couple thousand rings in like the course of seconds through an exploit?
Oh, I love those. I love this. I love getting a bunch of currency for very quick.
So, for those who knows anything about the game I'm playing, in the Chunan level hub world, if you boost over this circle of rings and then crawl over it, you'll just keep rapidly getting the rings over and over and over, and you'll get like 50 rings at a time, and they just rapidly respawn as you're crawling over it.
It's easy to do.
Oh, it's super easy to do. Like literally just boost over this ring, crawl over to where the rings were, and they'll just keep respawning on top of you, and you just rapidly collect it, and you'll basically get max stats way before you're meant to.
That's
which means you're gonna like one shot most of your enemies in Werehog form.
I didn't realize that game had stats like that.
Yeah, it was kind of like XP. You would grind experience and then you level up stats. So like for basic Sonic, Hedgehog Sonic, you just get speed and ring energy. But for Werehog, you would get like health upgrades, strength upgrades. You'd unlock combos. You'd unlock shields. You'd unlock this little weird burst mode thing where you just do increased damage.
Shit. I mean, I was down for these things. Also, I brought my dog in, so he might bark a bit.
What's up, dog?
Stupid dog.
Made you look bad?
I love him though. But that's pretty good. Hopefully some cool shit comes up in June. So we might have to talk about this a bit later. But I don't mind doing it in June. It all depends on like if the stars align and our schedules meet up. But should we reveal the collab that we were meant to do like a while ago?
You mean the collab that's out of this world? Quite literally.
Literally, it's within the electromagnetic waves and all that fun stuff. It's Mega Man Star Force. Oh,
DX.
Specifically DX. Yeah, there's a very little nifty mod by a little old fellow named Prof9. They made this sick DX mod that has a bunch of quality of life stuff, and it's essentially the definitive way of playing Star Force. And I haven't started Star Force. Have you played Star Force in your streaming life recently or no? I'm trying to remember.
I did a little bit of Star Force 3 about a year or two ago. I didn't get far.
Okay.
But
yeah, so
I definitely played each game as they came out on actual hardware.
For me, it was more so I started with 2, I hated it, and then years later I gave it a shot again and I really liked it. And then I basically did 2, 3, and then back to 1. And I didn't remember liking 1 too much. I think it was fine. Well, maybe this DX will make me change my mind. Who knows?
There's an online scene, I've been told.
There is. I don't know if I'd ever delve into it. Mostly because I'm more of a Star Force 2 PvP guy. I don't like Star Force 2 PvP. But either or,
That's true. You've been very outspoken about how much you love Star Force 2.
I love Star Force too. I feel like I honestly speaking, like I think overall, I feel like it's like I wouldn't say the absolute best, but it's definitely like it deserves a bit more credit than what people give it to be, in my opinion.
You want to tell YouTube why you hate Star Force 3 PvP?
I hate noise. I hate the mechanics so goddamn much. Oh my god. Why are we given a mechanic that you can just pierce the one of the most basic things that is provided to you, aka like invisibility frames and things like that? It irks me to no end.
Can you shield it?
No.
Did you shield?
Well, I mean, you can block the damage, but let's say you're invisible and you shield it. They hit the shield, and you're no longer invisible. Like once they reach the 200% noise, you no longer have invisibility. It does not exist. You have invincibility if you have mega power, things like that, but otherwise, invisibility. What are iframes? That shit's gone. I am a big proponent of working for your damage in cool, epic ways. I don't like the mechanic. I like the forms though. I will that I will say is pretty cool. And the card play's neat, but otherwise, noise is what really kills it for me. So I prefer Star Force 2. The story's good though. I will never say the story's bad. I definitely 3 story definitely triumphs over 2's. I think post game is where it's like neck and neck for me. I think I prefer 2's post game versus 3's post game, but that's just me. But it's still really good either way.
We will see how DX treats you.
Yeah,
DX, it's definitely one of 2 Mega Man fan games I want to check out right now.
For sure. Like,
you can probably guess what the other one is.
I'm gonna shit my pants if we play this game and then they're like, "Hey guys, do you like Star Force? Well, what if we put in a collection?" I'm gonna just shit. Excuse me. But the other one is the other fan game in the X series.
No.
Okay, I don't know then. Oh wait, I might know. Maybe.
We've talked about it before.
Okay, I don't remember then.
Chrono X.
Right.
Because they've been putting out some cool looking updates, and it looks like more mementos are out now compared to when I played. So
Yes.
I'm curious how Frost and whatever the ones play out.
I think I might. I think now is the appropriate time to give it a shot. Like I stayed quiet mostly because I don't know if I'm pretty sure I remember, but there was a period where a bunch of Battle Hour fan games were quote unquote announced, and a lot of them did not go very far. And that kind of burned me a smidge. Now for sure, Chrono X absolutely gave hope, but I also go by a bit of a rule where I don't necessarily like to play demos, and it's definitely a me thing. But
it's definitely a fat demo at this point. Like it's definitely a lengthy demo.
But that's the thing. Is like I would rather, at the very least, get like a whole game. I'm very picky with this. It's 100% a me thing, but I guess I don't mind at this point trying the game out fully to the max. Or at least what they have, I should say. I just don't like starting a thing that's incomplete and then like I'm at that point where it's like I get to the end of it and I want more, and I'm gonna be that person and be like, fuck, I want more. God damn it, I want more. Why isn't this done yet? I mean, I wouldn't say it to them, but it's like that is how I would feel. I hate cliffhangers. I hate having to wait for things, but we obviously things require work, especially quality things. So
I bet you the Final Fantasy VII people who are playing the remakes is kind of saying the same thing, because apparently games are actually very different from the originals.
No, yeah, for sure.
No, like even like in terms of like story, it's different.
No, yeah. Yeah. That's where I'm kind of on that same boat. It's like I'm just gonna wait for the fucking entire thing to finish and then I'll play it. And I'll play it from beginning to end.
The Final Fantasy remakes.
Yes.
Well,
I haven't touched any of them.
Apparently, the next one's supposed to be the last one. The way the story's going.
I believe so. Yes. So maybe sometime in the future I'll try out Chrono X. Like legitimately, I will play it. I think it's a fair thing to try.
It also has an online scene, which that's
yes.
interesting. A demo having an online battle scene, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, I like that a lot. The thing is though, I feel like I just don't have time for myself, so I probably won't even do that, to be perfectly honest with you. I'd give it a shot though with friends.
What's the X game you said I would be interested in? You mentioned an X game. What game were you thinking of?
The X8 remake.
The X8. Oh yeah, I've done that. I haven't finished it, but I know you. Okay, you said you didn't like it, but for a meme reason. I'm wondering how serious you were with that. Because I told you Wildfang wasn't in there, and then you're like, "No, bad game."
No, that was the meme reason. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't like it, but personally speaking, I've kind of just been hearing weird stuff around it. So it's
around
like
the development and the developer.
Well, the way the game direction goes, and then like I guess you can say some of the development of it as well. But it kind of like, from what I heard, like it starts out fine, and then it gets like a weird difficulty jump that's not enjoyable, and I'm like,
that sounds okay. I hate
personally
saying this
do not like that.
Okay, so I don't think it's that bad. I think honestly, it's just, I hate saying this, but it might just be a skill issue, because it's hard, but it's not unreasonable hard.
Okay. Oh.
And that being said, the way they rebalance the armors and some weapons to that extent, X definitely got one hell of a power boost. Especially if you get a certain little charge shot that just violates everything in its path, including the bosses.
Okay. So I might give it the good old Scout Honor try.
And apparently, because of what the director of the project said, people have made mods because the game is moddable, and
yes.
people have already been making mods for Zero and Axel. They're
yes.
pretty good. I don't know if they got finished. Like I saw like early beta stuff, but it's been like at least 5 months since that happened. So they're probably done by now. I'll have to touch base with my buddy Otterly. They would know.
I was spoiled for the secrets though, thanks to YouTube.
I still don't remember all the secrets, I'll be completely honest with you, but I saw the secret bosses. I fought two of them.
That's
oh my god.
I was spoiled for all 3 of them, and because like, again, YouTube recommended it to me, and all 3 were on the thumbnail. I'm like, oh, thanks, I guess.
Okay. All right, if I could advocate for the bullshit difficulty, that's where the bullshit difficulty is. Because oh my god.
Okay. But
that's secret boss though. So it's just like,
yeah, that's secret. Okay.
Like Cutman, you could have predicted.
No, yeah, for sure. It was the other 2. I was like, oh, I kind of wish I was surprised about that, but yeah, it's fine.
See, who did there? Serenade? Who else?
Oh, actually, this was the exact same fucking video. The guy from, I want to say X7.
Oh, Red?
Yes.
Red, yeah, Red. Dude, Red clapped your cheeks.
Well, that was his name, right? He was like,
Yeah, he was
like,
Red. He was the guy that Axel was with before he left
yes,
Red
yes,
Alert.
yes. Yeah, this is the exact same fucking video that spoiled it for me. Like, all three were just on the same thumbnail. I'm like, oh, great. And again, it's not the person's fault. Like, I mean, it's a fair video to make. It's just YouTube's like, oh, you like Mega Man? Here you go. It's like, you bitch. But it's fine.
I mean, in your defense, it kind of sucks that they put it on the thumbnail and you're like, damn it.
Like, I kind of wish it was like, wasn't revealed like on the freaking thumbnail itself, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not that person. Like, I'm not gonna.
I will say it feels weird starting out the game as X with no armor and you're able to air dash. It feels weird.
Shit happened, I guess.
I think I got spoiled, but that's my own doing because I watched Quint do it. I watched Quint do the bosses, and I'm like, oh my god, how are you meant to fight these things? Jesus.
Let me see. So that might be in the near future, but I guess I should go over the things I'm gonna do. So in June, I've been kind of doing things like in thematic ways. Like May was the Mother's Day month, so I used that as an excuse to play Metroid because Samus is the best mom, the baby. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be done with Prime 2. So I'm going to finish that off. And personally speaking, I know for a fact I will not be done with the sprites for the Metroid Dread sprites. So I think, I mean, I'm going to work on it in the final week. I'm going to do my streams for it. And then after that, I'm going to just work on it on my own. I'm going to get some help from, I'm going to like kind of just like get some pointers here and there to like what are improvements I can make. So after May, I'm going to put it on the back burner. Like, I'm not going to stream it, I should say. I will keep it out, but I am going to work on it, and I'll like join my Discord server, if you want to see progress, because I will post periodic progress that I make there. But the only thing besides Mega Man DX, the only thing I'm going to do, and I'll announce it here because by the time this gets uploaded, it'll be the final day of May, which is funnily enough a Saturday. I'll post it on Saturday, and like you'll know that I'm going to. I've been playing Pokemon Pocket TCG for a hot minute. And the new set comes out days before the end of the month.
Oh, I still gotta collect the Alola packs.
True. I decided to challenge myself in that game. It's funny because you brought up Unite. I decided to treat Pocket like Unite, whereas I took the entire roster of Pokemon Unite, and if there's if they exist in card form, I'm gonna create a deck. So this is where it's gonna be a thing I'll do for a very long time, but it's not like it's not for like the month of June or anything. It's something I'm gonna be doing at least once a week, maybe twice a week, but mostly once a week, at least. And I'm gonna have some incentives as well. And there are some rules, like essentially I can only use Pokemon that were in Unite. I can't use Pokemon that were not in Unite. So if you look at like the meta and like the things and whatnot, that really screws you over because some cards are like really synergized together, but if they're not in Unite, well, I can't use it. So and I'm gonna give like because like the other thing as well, and the reason why I'm kind of doing it is because not only do I want to challenge myself, but I want to like incentivize like interaction with fans and whatnot. So I'm gonna like have some financial incentives over like if you send me X amount of dollars or if you gift a sub or whatever, I'll do things like obviously there'll be like viewer matches if you're there, like if you like have a sub, I'll play you if you're down for that. You play me via this style or just normal, whatever you feel like it, or like because like I have like there's gonna be a whole trailer for it, but to basically TLDR it, I'm gonna have like a rule set of things I can do, things I can play, and then like the way the Pokemon's chosen, I don't choose which Pokemon I have to do. I have to spin a wheel for it, and I play the deck, and I have to play it in ranked. I can't play it in I can't do like I can do a viewer match, but I do expect if people do battle me, don't sandbag it. Like play to your best ability because I'm going to do the same. And I'll have incentives as well to like counter me, where it's like forfeit a match. If you want me to re-roll, so I do another Pokemon instead, or if like let's say I win against one Pokemon and I'm done with them. For an X amount of dollars, you can have me add it back where I have to do it again. Where like the point doesn't count, I have to do it again. I'm like, well, shut. But yeah, it'll be a thing that I'll be doing for a while. It'll be like a long-term project. But I think it'll be fun to challenge myself to get to a decent rank in Pokemon Pocket. Whereas while also giving the tinge of Pokemon Unite. And who knows, it actually might get me to play Unite again, and I'll call you up and be like, "Yo, let's play Unite." And poopies.
No,
poopies.
not the return of poopies.
Poopies.
I hate that you had me go through that goddamn VOD and search out so many specific points of that VOD. That poor Rowlet. That poor Rowlet.
Oh, I'm gonna post it right now. Oh, they're gonna see that. Look at him! Look at him! He's getting. I love poopies.
That poor relic that just got its shit stomped in by the Buzzwole.
I think I still, to this day, that's probably like my favorite game I've ever had. And I was like drunk. I was like not drunk, but like tipsy. I was definitely not all there. I was definitely buzzed. I was just chilling, doing Sableye shit, and we won. It was so fun. Yeah, that is definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing that I might want to do. So yeah, that's definitely a thing I'm gonna do throughout the month. Otherwise, definitely finishing Prime 2. Mega Man DX, that'll be as long as it takes, to be honest with you. I honestly don't remember how long the game is. So it might be a hot minute. Not to mention, there is some like added content to it. So it's actually, it might take a bit longer, which is pretty good. And yeah, we're both doing it together at the same time. So I guess we should call dibs now. What version are you going to play?
Oh, did they actually make you pick all 3 versions?
Oh, actually, that's a good question. I
mean, if it works the way you're implying, I'm probably gonna be Pegasus.
Yeah,
I like the aesthetic of Pegasus, and water and ice are just my flow.
I think if I remember, I get it. Water flows. I think I think you get to do all. You get to pick all 3. I couldn't tell you. It's been a while since I read the notes.
I think the draw. I think the draw is like mostly at one point you'll be able to like pick whatever form you want, so you could just like because I know most people would run like full on dragon. You know who you are. You know I hate you. You know I'm gonna kick you in the balls later.
Sure.
Shove you in a locker.
Damn.
Fucking status guard piece of shit.
Thanks, Tomahawk, man. But no, I'll probably pick Leo if we do have the choice, because fire. Blah.
Also, I didn't realize I made a pun. Actually, I didn't. That was a good catch.
Thank you. Just amazing. But that's basically my plans for the month of June. As for this podcast itself, for now, we've been going at it for almost 3 hours. It'll probably get cut down here and there for like interruptions and things like that, but otherwise I might keep this monthly. Well. Yeah, I'll definitely keep it monthly. Hopefully there's some garnered interest, and maybe even next time if I might like call an attention to it, but if people want to ask questions, we can answer it of whatever variety. As long as it's not asking me for my social security number and things like that, I think we're good.
Yeah, gonna open a little channel in your Discord for like potential topics.
Yeah, for sure. Well, not necessarily topics per se, but it's like I feel like as the month goes by, we can literally just like, oh, this is probably worth talking about, or that's worth talking about. It's not necessarily something that in terms of topic, I think that's just whatever happens. Like if something crazy happens in the month of June, and it's like, yeah, we're probably going to talk about that because it's fucking crazy. But if there is the point where there's nothing to talk about, then probably, yeah, we'll be like, what's some things we can talk about? But I don't know. Right now, I kind of just want to keep it, at least that aspect, kind of, not necessarily user input, but obviously, and to be perfectly fair, that kind of does delve into the questions, because sometimes they might ask a question where we might end up talking for a hot minute, whereas like, okay, it'd be like a simple yes or no question, we move on. So like there's not really a limit as to how long we talk about these questions, but at the very least for the month, we try to answer all the questions that were given, if any, and then we go from there.
I think next week we can revisit the Nintendo topic and see how it did, because by then about 2 or 3 weeks will have passed. Yeah,
for sure. When this gets uploaded, the Switch will come out in like 5 days or so, like literally that week. Like,
yeah, because we're recording this on the 24th of May.
Yeah, so, and then I upload this on the 31st, and then like literally a week later, like literally less than a week after this gets uploaded, the Switch 2 will come out. So we will definitely have our stuff, and we'll truly know if we either made a good purchase or a bad purchase, and whether or not our order gets canceled or not, because at this point my order is still there.
At this point, I think like, it's like, I think at this point all orders are like just locked in. Like you like your order and my order are both just like, yeah, there's no way it's getting canceled at this point.
I'm still terrified, but yeah, for sure. So thank you all for listening, for us yapping for God knows how long. When it comes to the naming and the branding and whatnot, we will probably have it been more solidified next month. I mean, this is just a pilot, really, so we don't know if it's going to do well, and if it does decently well, then I'll definitely like put more quality into like the thumbnails and things like that. So right now we're just testing the grounds on. I kind of just like to talk, and you like to talk, so here we are talking about shit.
Yeah, and I only talked about Sonic for 5 minutes. That's a new record.
Oh my god. I mean, that could be a thing too as well. Just talk about whatever.
Oh, I mean, we already talked. That's going to be an episode in a different place in the future.
That is true. But yeah,
I want to talk. I definitely want to talk about comics one day.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because the funny Mega Man comics are coming out soonish.
Isn't one of them out yet?
I haven't gotten mine yet, so I definitely pre-ordered the Mega Man Timelines one, the special edition one with the Keen book cover because I like that artist a lot. But I haven't seen like anything special for X yet, but I'll probably pre-order that soonish, assuming it's not too late. And I think I plan on getting them all.
I'm definitely looking forward to Legends.
Yeah.
What was your score for Legends after you played it? Out of a 10?
1, I would say like 7 or 8. I blame that more on controls, to be honest.
Honestly, that's hard to say. So you're going to give it like a 6, which is still good.
I think like what really soiled the mood was the boss.
Which boss?
The boat boss.
Okay, you know what? I get it. Especially
actually that entire section is like, I hate this section.
Especially because you had the one person fucking get on your butt about your fight retreat thing.
Yeah.
To be fair, I had to like literally sit on my hands so I didn't type shit. Because again, there's some shit about that game that I know that doesn't make sense to a new player. Like the fact you had to go in that door in Wily's boat shop twice. Why would you ever?
Oh yeah, that was stupid too. It's like you like it's things like you kind of just have to know, but as a new person, obviously they're not going to know because you aren't really told to do that. And then it's like, if you're told, hey, you can't go in there, why would you try it again? Normally speaking, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like that was the only reason why I wanted like semi backseat game, because again, new player, why would you ever think to do that? Like that makes no sense in any regard whatsoever.
No, yeah, for sure. I'm actually I think I asked at some point, but even then, while I did wanted to keep it blind, I feel like that's one of the ways where, yeah, like I am glad you did tell me about that for sure. I just
like I think the only thing I didn't tell you about was like the best way to grind money, which was either vacuum spam or do the mini games at the TV station.
No, that's fine. I kind of just want to beat the game, to be honest with you.
I will say Legends 2 is straightforward. You're not gonna have to like do shit that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, that's pretty
so
neat.
Like
I will play it.
You're not gonna have to check
eventually.
a door twice.
Thank God. Let me do this real quick. And
Trombone's just... It's not a bad game, it's not a good game, but it is a very silly game.
It definitely feels like it's like it's definitely like yeah, it's like a side game, like absolutely. I remember I think that's the game that had like this mini game where like the Serbots are running back and forth, and it's like,
oh, there's one where back and forth where you're chucking bombs, and then there's another one where you're making them lunch.
I think it was the bomb one. I remember Hero streamed it, and it was like, it did not look like it was fun at all, to be perfectly honest with you.
It's the worst one, but you kind of low-key need to do it if you want the Serbots to pack some punch. And trust me, you are actually that's gonna come helpful, especially late game. Because if you max those suckers out, oh my god, you just you nuke the boss. It's kind of funny.
Nice.
So like they do take time and effort, but the payoff is actually really super worth it. Although most people just say, "Oh, just get the bomb bazooka."
Yeah, but I did enjoy the game. I will say I think I would say he's like probably one of the best Mega Mans ever.
Walnut?
Yeah.
He's definitely got a more interesting story.
He's got a lot more charm to it. Obviously, I still think like, I think over the years I've definitely leaned more towards Battle Network and a smidge Star Force, only because at least Geo, he started off really bad, but he got much better as the games progressed. So I definitely like him a lot in 3. But 1, he was just like he just wasn't a good character, but at the very same time, he kind of was designed that way to where he was in a very bad position, and
It's
as
not
time
his
went
fault.
on, exactly,
Like you see the angle they go for, and you're like, they try to make it so you kind of sympathize with him, but they didn't execute it well.
yes, and then as the games went on, he did get better over time, so I was very happy with that.
And if you watch his portrait, he smiles more as the games go on.
It's true. He develops smile muscles, and it's pretty cool. And then Hub, I like Hub. I liked him since like game 1. So yeah, I think as time went on, I definitely leaned more towards the Battle Networks, because I used to be an X-Boy, and I still kind of am, to be honest with you, but I think I'm starting to lean towards Battle Network and Star Force more so currently than back then. And then I'm glad I gave Legends a good try.
For me, it depends. Like, I would say Battle Network, but right now I'm on Mega Man burnout, understandably.
I don't blame you.
I think in order from I care to I don't give a fuck, it's Hub, Walnut. It kind of interchange Geo and Rock X, and Zero can go in the toilet.
Damn.
I did 0, 1, and 3, and I kind of want my life back. Zero Star ZX are fucking terrible franchises. I don't care. I don't like them.
I mean, I'm real with you. I like him as a character, but I couldn't care less.
like I like Axel more than MMZ Zero.
Damn.
But I also like Axel more than I like X. So what does that? But okay, that's not my fault. Fucking Capcom ruined X.
They did. They killed that man, mentally speaking. No, I feel like Zero and ZX series I just can't vibe with. Like, I tried Zero, and I decently liked the game in like the 3rd installment, which in my humble opinion is a really bad thing. Like, if
it takes you 3 games to get it good.
Yes, like that's when it's like,
So it's,
and even then, I would even say I like 3. It was the one I tolerated, but I still hated a lot of the core mechanics of the game. That was fixed in 4, but it's kind of crazy. It took you 4 games to finally get it right.
Not the first time it took them. The last game in this series for them to get it right, and then the series is dead after that, huh?
Oh,
looking at you, Battle Network 6.
Man. That's a common occurrence, huh? It's crazy that it's crazy to have 2 nickels for a game series getting really good at the end, and then it ends, which is weird, but yeah, that happened twice. Can't believe it.
It's not a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. I will say, even if you don't like Classic, you got to give Classic credit for being the most consistent and the best of the quality. Because you can't really pick a bad classic game. Unless you're me, and then you can just say Mega Man 5 and 6 suck. But
Yeah.
they are consistent.
It is like the ground zero, essentially. I feel like it's like in the middle. Like, it did its thing. It's fine. I can't say I love or hate, but it's fine. It did its job. It did its job serviceably well at some point, because that first one was not good.
It's
I think that's a
proof
very common
it's proof
occurrence.
It's proof that there's greatness in simplicity.
Yes.
Hell, I like Mega Man and Bass, and not even the good version of Mega Man and Bass.
Oh!
I, to this day, have only played the Game Boy Advance version of Mega Man and Bass.
Damn.
And I get cold crazy every time I do it.
Damn. I like how we're just shitting on Mega Man now. Hee.
Gee, it's almost like one of us started off doing only the Battle Networks 100%, and the other one has done over 1 million hours of Mega Man throughout their whole life.
It's true. It's not like one of us started just beating Battle Number 6 Navis and copyrighted music.
Isn't that a thing where there's a specific Mega Man game that gets copyright striked a lot because of the music?
No, it's because I used like actually copyrighted music.
What? Used copyrighted music?
No. When I did Battle Number 6, I used music like Daft Punk, and that got taken down. That's why it never came back. But no, it was 8. I forgot which version. But it's one of the 8s where there's 2 reasons. One, Capcom has a thing where if like a certain part from the trailer plays and is like in your video, it gets picked up automatically because it's like picking up the trailer. But the bigger one is because people have sampled the Mega Man 8 music and made their own shit, and then they copyright it.
That's so wild. You get copyright strike because of a music save. That's wild.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy to me. It's like, that's, it's like, what do you mean by that? Yeah, damn, it'd be like that sometimes. But no, I think it's, we gotta start from somewhere, don't we?
Yeah. It's still a franchise where it's like I have the biggest shut my brain off moment.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to like that's why I just 100% it, and then I just like on a very low occasion we'll go back to it, but I don't want to like stick to just doing Battle Hour, because that's like, you can only do that for so long. I'm not a big fan of that, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, I get it. You started Dive offline a long time ago. You just didn't go back to it.
It feels weird.
It's weird that you just like you just barely have to work for what you need.
Yeah, it's like I miss the gotcha elements. Like it's like, fuck, this feels weird to me. It's like, oh.
I keep seeing this dumb rumor that Dive 2 is gonna happen. What are your thoughts on that?
Stop
with the rumor, or stop if they want to do it.
Stop it. Dive 2? Really? That's what they're going to come back with? We waited how many years for a game? 8 years or something like that? And Dive 2 is what they come back with?
You know what the fucked up part is? If Dive 2 happens, I'm going to do it.
Oh yeah, of course people are going to do it. But it's like, Dive 2?
Oh, I can't wait to get teabagged by another Protoman.exe because I dunked on him while he's Protoman normal.
Dive 2? Those are the times. It was a fun game at the time, but damn, that was hella incompetent.
If they do Dive 2, just don't start on freaking Taiwanese servers. Don't do that. fucking open servers around the world so we don't have to do laggy fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's true too. I commend Quint for playing Compass the way he does. Fucking madman.
Oh, I've watched him do it. He's crazy.
Yeah, I see him. Crazy man, but God bless his soul. He loves Battle Network. The fuck am I gonna say?
and it gave him the fun character to fucking utilize his skill, being really good as variable sword.
I think he even that's the fucked up part too. God damn it.
Yeah, he has variable sword.
Yeah, I've seen the whole skills. It's like, yeah, it's fucking does the waves, bro. There they go. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
The only input I know how to realistically do is variable sword and base battle network is the double life sword thing. I cannot do Sonic
Is that a
Boom
regular or Neo?
Regular.
Oh. I think that's the one I ended up. No. I just did the life sword. I couldn't do the Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom's so hard, and yet Quinn could probably do it with his eyes closed.
I can't do it. I struggle. I have a hard time doing the fucking Shade Man Paralyzed thing. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you really expect me to to do the Sonic Boom? Sonic Boom.
Wait, you struggle with Shade Man Paralyzed?
I think it's because of the timing of it. Because Mega Man button inputs are fucking weird.
That's fair.
It's like you want to do back left, but it's like I'm just in general. It's like back left. It's like, oh, you pulled them both at the same time. No, stupid. You do one and then the other, dummy.
See, it makes sense that Quinn's good with that because he plays a lot of fighting games, and those are just fighting game inputs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you can do Hadouken, you can do like the life sword thing. It's also really funny because someone's joining me for Battle Network 6 tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. I feel like
Matthew wants to join her for Falzar because he's played 1, he's played 6, he hasn't played any of the games in between, and he likes Falzar.
Don't play 3. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
No, 3 is not that bad.
No, don't play it.
Listen here, number 4.
No, don't do it. See, 4 is funny, okay?
No. Okay. Blue. Okay, you gotta give me credit. Blue Moon is at least poop.
No, I'll give you that. You gotta deal with fucking Metal Man. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. I want to like the Souls, but it's just like, oh my god, the effort I gotta put in. I just don't care.
Hey, at least the best soul in Red Sun you get immediately.
Gutsman?
Well, I say, yeah, Gutsman's pretty fucking good for the first. Roll is just funny. Plus, they give you the pass card. Just fucking...
You guys hear this? Someone's actually speaking well of Gutsman. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Like, as a Navi, he's fucking trash, but as a soul, he's pretty fucking good. Not to mention they introduced, what do you call it? Vulcans and counters and all that crazy shit.
I was saying my favorite meme that came from your playthrough series was the Gutsman gets killed by the final boss allegations.
It's so fucking good. It's so good. It's a shame it stopped at 4. God damn it. God damn it.
I think there's probably a mod someone can make to put him in 6 at least.
Probably. I mean, it's definitely possible. I don't know if anyone's done it, but it's definitely possible.
I unironically think you could get rid of Mick and replace him with Gutsman and the game would still be the same.
Okay, actually, alright. I don't want to go too long, but have you seen the new Dirge clip?
I have not. I don't even know who Dirge is.
Oh, you know who Dirge is? Oh my god. Okay, so Dirge, I believe he's Japanese. Do not quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he is. But he's just a guy who just posts the most random Battle Network clips. And he does a bunch of cool shit, right? Recently, he posted he found I don't know how long this glitch has been known for, but apparently there's like this tech where if the person is paralyzed and they use Discord, they try to attack and they do like the first frame of their attack. And if you attack it, it's a guaranteed counter. And it's even funnier because you can take a Vulcan and just get counters like crazy. Just for fucking cause.
That's one way to farm double damage if you're not across.
I have to share the clip. I have to mute it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's the fucking tech, dude. Yeah, let me this is like a live VOD view, baby. Let me also I'm gonna like where is it? Oh, it's here somewhere. Playback speed 0.25. So I'm gonna just like right here. Yeah, so what happens is Discord activates, right? And then he gets the counter because he's about to attack, boom. And because he's in Discord, like Discord is playing, it's trying to confuse, is like, it's just for some reason overrides the paralysis. I think they're still paralyzed, but they try to attack, and that's like, you can get another counter like that. So boom, boom, boom. It's just free counters. And apparently you can also do it in 4. Now I don't know if you can do it in any other games, because he actually did show another clip of him doing it where I think it's something different. Actually no. No, it is this one. So I'm gonna play this in normal speed.
What do you mean?
Yeah, baby!
He's waving goodbye to his life. Yeah, no. Play the Vulcan part back again. He's just waving.
It's true. He's waving goodbye. Walk. Oh, hey, goodbye. It's so good. It's so good. I love Dirge.
That's probably something you should try if you ever revisit the games.
If I ever, yeah, I'll try to recreate it. It's so good though. It's so fucking good. I love Dirge.
I still gotta do 2, 3, 5, and 6. So
yeah, I don't like. I'm pretty sure people have like super resources at this point because now that the tech is out there. But I am. It was a cool clip. It was amazing. Somebody, it wasn't Dirge, it was somebody else, but somebody did it in Battle Royale 4 as well. They did it to Fire Mad, but they added Sand Ring, and it was like the funniest thing ever. I love Dirge clips. Well,
me too.
I like how, see, this is the power of yapping. Like, we were literally about to say goodbye, and we just started talking about Mega Man.
You want to go like another just 14 minutes, and then we'll like just give it the hard snip?
I mean, the thing is, I don't know how long this is going to be because there was an interruption, so that's going to get cut up and whatnot. But, but I mean, we basically went over the things we're going to do, the things we're going to do. Hi, dog.
Yeah. I think the only thing I forgot to mention is like in a couple of months, me and 2 others are going to be coaching me through Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, Godspeed.
Because a lot of Kingdom Hearts 4 stuff was shown.
Oh, so, that's true. That is true.
So preparation for that. Although one of them really wants me to play through 1, and I'll be honest, I don't want to fucking touch Kingdom Hearts 1.
Damn. I like 1, but I get it. If when we get closer to it, and assuming we don't pass the date, and the podcast, we can definitely remind people.
Oh yeah. Like, that's going to be a while because this is after Deku moves in, and she's not moving until like August.
Yeah, but if anything comes up for me, I'll obviously let you know and let others know. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. That's what you're doing. We're going to be pogging like crazy. So hopefully you guys like this. We did go off for a while, but I feel like considering this is going to be once a month, you know, I don't mind the length, to be honest. I don't know if I have a limit, to be honest with you, but I definitely, I think long ones are fine. I mean, you can just pop this shit in, like if you're working or if you're just doing some other stuff. I would suggest headphones because I do say words. You also say words.
Or if you're grinding Battle Network 2 and 3, freaking style grinding. If I get Elect style one more time, I'm gonna fucking scream.
So I hate Battle Network 3, but Network 3 sucks. It sucks balls. I hate it. Stupid game.
It's better than Battle Network 1.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I have played through that game 3 times in 2 years. I'm allowed to say that.
No, I played it through it once. I went to post game, quote unquote post game, even though I didn't have to. And yeah, I think I can safely say, no meme, Battle Network 1 is a massive piece of dog shit. Oh my god.
Yeah,
and it's somehow,
like
and it's crazy how it ended up, at least I think in my opinion, people consider it to be the best Mega Man.
It's okay to be wrong.
Well,
I'm sorry, if I literally spent an hour grinding a fucking boss and then trying to S-rank them for a chip, and then I S-ranked them 5 times, and then 4 of those times I got money, fuck you.
Listen, man, okay? They fixed Sneak Run in Battle Network 6, alright? Okay?
They fixed who in Battle Network 6?
Sneak Run.
I still think Sneak Run works in 2.
It does.
It just depends on it depends on your health value, like how much actual health you have, like your actual max health, based on what I felt.
No, it's always been like that. It's just like there are times, and it really truly depends on like the game. There are just times where it just doesn't work, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I guess game's fine."
I just wish it didn't take me all day just to get the right element and style combination. I'm not even that picky in my element. Just don't give me a Elec. I've seen Elec more than I've seen my own wife. I've seen Elec more than I've seen a Zubat.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that in Battle Network 3 if you can just trade your styles. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
No.
Oh god, I still gotta grind Battle Network 2 PvP so I can do hard mode. You should do Battle Network 3 hard mode. Oh, it's fine.
You have to pay me to do that. I don't mind grinding that. TBH, just like if I'm available, hit me up and we'll just do that.
Either that or I'm gonna buy the Battle Network collection on my girlfriend's account and just fucking log in on her computer while she's at work.
I'll just literally just play both accounts. That'd be funny.
And it's like, wait, when did I get this? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Why do I have such a negative PvP count? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Just get good.
It wasn't relevant anyways. Let's be real.
Yeah, I feel like the PvP scenes. It was dead to start. It's super dead now, isn't it?
Well, I mean, yes, but then like the other thing is they use Tango, so it's like it really doesn't matter.
I guess. Oh God.
Look at that. We've been yapping so long, you're falling asleep!
You said I'm going to be up until like 5 a.m. morning.
Probably. That's literally me in a nutshell. It's like, oh, I'm going to go to sleep, you guys. Good night. Why's the sun rising?
I was going to go to bed, but then this group call was like, how do you play Mega Man? And then before I knew it, I played through X1, 2, and 3.
You see, it's worse for me because I'm like, I can't go to sleep. You know what? Let's watch some YouTube shorts.
Oh, never do that. I regret every time. I get the worst algorithm for that thing.
It's very intriguing, in my opinion.
It was the 1 month where I was getting nothing but Death Note clips was interesting.
That is, I kind of get that. I kind of still get that. Actually, I truly mean this is it, and we're leaving. I encountered a lady who does like very budget meals, but another thing that she does is that she used to work for Taco Bell many years ago, and she was recreating like meals from Taco Bell, and she made a quesadilla episode, and she recreated the creamy jalapeno sauce.
Oh, I love that sauce.
I recreated that sauce recently. I gave it to my brother, who is the Taco Bell of Taco Bells, and he tried it, and he said, because that's like all he fucking eats from Taco Bell, it's a quesadilla. He has it, and he's like, it could be a hint spicier, but it's damn near identical. I'm like, fuck yeah. Recreated the sauce. Success. So then I go to work, and I make like 2 quesadillas, and I like cut it up, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it to my coworkers. I'm gonna see what's up. Give it a try. How does it taste? That shit tastes. And here's the thing: this one, my coworker, he outright said, "I haven't had Taco Bell in such a long time, but when I took a bite into it, it reminded me of Taco Bell immediately." So I was like, yes, yes, fuck yeah, we created that shit. So my department, at least my manager who I gave it to, liked it so much that they were like, "Hey, can you make it for us on Friday?" Which was yesterday. I was like, "Sure, man. Sure." So I had to buy extra chicken because I obviously didn't have enough chicken for that. So I got, and the great thing too is it's not even hard to make. You can just use like frozen chicken. Put it in the pan with some water, boil it a bit, cut it up, put it there, put the cheese, the sauce. The sauce is not hard to make even remotely. That's the funniest thing too. And I woke up like at 6 a.m, ended up making like 15 quesadillas because the fam wanted some as well. So I'm like, sure. Then I sent over the rest to my department. They were like, this is just chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell. In fact, someone even said it was better. I was like, fuck yeah. I'm better than Taco Bell. Certified better than Taco Bell, baby. Fuck yeah. So yeah, I made Taco Bell creamy jalapeno sauce. It was pretty cool. But yeah.
Don't tell me that, because I'm the kind of motherfucker to put that on a hot dog.
I mean, you can. You really can. Like, it's a very easy sauce to make. I think the hardest thing that you need, quote unquote, is like the pickled jalapenos, but that's it. Like if you have is
that like the price you're saying to get, or is it like hard to like cook?
No, I say it's like the hardest thing because the rest is spices. Like it's like common spices.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like the only super different one, but even that's easy to find. It's not a hard thing to make. So you can make your own at home. Yes, you can make your own creamy jalapeno sauce and just eat to your heart's content because it's really good. I promise you'll like it. But yeah, that's I nearly forgot to mention that. Yes, I have in fact eaten. I made quesadillas because they were pretty cool.
I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time. I wonder how bad 11 p.m. Taco Bell is going to be.
I don't know.
I'm weird. Like, when it comes to Burger and Taco Bell, I hate their normal food, but I love their breakfast.
Their breakfast does pop off.
Like,
it's a damn shame it doesn't last very long.
Like, if you use DoorDash, you get like 2-for-1 double sausage croissant sandwiches at Burger King, and it's amazing.
I've actually been kind of straying away from those. Like the only one I truly use is Grubhub, but that's literally only because it comes with my
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and even then I kind of like if you have it, you just like if you have Prime, you just link it and you get it. Like there's no extra pay or anything like that.
I do have that. I don't know why. I'm honestly, if it wasn't for the Burger King specific thing I'm getting from DoorDash, I'd probably swap.
I will say I do think like in terms of their sales and whatnot, it's not that great. It's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably have it better over there, but yeah, it's
Breakfast Crunch Wrap though. Breakfast Crunch Wrap at Taco Bell though. If you get the extra hash brown, oh god, I love it.
Oh, I will learn how to recreate breakfast foods at Taco Bell.
Oh my shit's stupid. I get like double sausage patty, double hash brown. I basically make the Shaggy Rogers jaw stretcher special.
What the fuck? Sounds delicious.
Eventually I'm gonna have to learn to unhinge my jaw to be able to eat.
Oh. I feel like if we keep going, we're just never gonna stop. But yes, don't unhinge your jaws, but do enjoy incredible sandwiches that may or may not be laced with unknown substances that they probably eat. But yes, hopefully you guys. What was that?
I was like, yeah, we can cut it off now.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, tell me why you think Battle Network 3 sucks. That's the question. I'm kidding.
Tell us why you think Battle Network 4 is a terrible game. I'm not kidding.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like they can write like an essay about that one. So yeah, sure. But more importantly, I am kind of curious. Like, has there ever been an influencer that you truly like, enjoyed back in the day, but now you're like, I don't really care for them anymore, or you hate them? I don't know. I'm curious. See how everyone else feels.
And let us know why, because there's a lot of reasons why.
That's true. But yeah, that's about it. I'll come up with a naming convention, or if you think you have a cool name convention, I don't know. We'll see. But next one we'll have a name convention. So and all that good stuff. So I've been TGP.
I've been AuroraDeity.
And I will see you guys next month. Y'all have a good night and take care. Or a good day. Depends on when you listen. I don't know.
Or an afternoon.
Bye.
Later.